Hey everyone, Brien from Three Geeky Dads here. Before we begin tonight's episode, I just want everyone to know that we are now sponsored by Audible. As an IT professional for a school department, I find myself behind the wheel of my car traveling between schools almost all day long, and that's where Audible comes in. Right now, I'm enjoying listening to Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, read by Stephen Fry. It's so enjoyable to hear this hilarious audiobook read by a proper British comic actor. And that's just scratching the surface. Audible is the leading provider of spoken word content, with everything from bestsellers, celebrity memoirs, and news to podcasts. Yes, if you're into podcasts, and you're listening to us right now, so we can assume you do, Audible has got you covered. Just go to www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial today. That's www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial. You'll get 1 credit, 2 credits if you're already an Amazon Prime member. That's good for any premium selection titles you like, and they're yours to keep. You also get the Audible Plus catalog of podcasts, audiobooks, guided wellness, and Audible originals. Listen all you want. No credits needed. Again, that's www.audibletrial.com/3GD. $14.95 a month after your 30-day trial. Cancel at any time. Audible. Stay informed, connected, and inspired. And now, on with the show.
This is your 2-minute warning. This ship will self-destruct in exactly 2 minutes.
Launch all escape pods as soon as they are filled!
Hey, you're not permitted in there. It's restricted. You'll be deactivated shortly.
Okay, I assume you tried to gain control of the escape pod in Dock 14.
Yes, I tried to gain control. There's an escape pod in Dock 14!
Hey, that's my escape pod! Who are you? I'm the bearded lady! Who are you, one of the freaks?
According to this, there's a single occupant escape pod called the Deus Ex Machina.
Escape pod was jettisoned during the fighting. No life forms were aboard.
She must have hidden the plans in the escape pod.
Hey, look! There's a prize inside that box of ham dingers. An escape pod.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special episode, a very special summit episode of Three Geeky Dads, the show that, like Canada and America, can find things to get along with. I don't know. This is, this is on the fly.
We're all still friends.
We're all still friends.
Are we?
And we have a couple of friends. I thought so.
Well, let's just say there's a new tariff in town.
Ooh.
Too soon? Too soon?
Ooh.
Dad joke right there. I know Derek's not here to honor it, but
I'm here to dispel some of the rumors of Canadian hospitality.
Yeah, there we go.
I saw what happened after a Blue Jays game last night, and y'all ain't that different from Boston when you're done. That's all I'm saying.
It's true.
That's all I'm saying.
We can riot.
We
but
all,
politely.
you guys right. No, you guys honk. You guys lay on those horns, man. Let me tell you, when cars don't move. Anyway, if you're wondering what's going on, I am Marc, and with me, as always, are the 3 Musketeers to my D'Artagnan. But the Musketeers are a little different. We have Brien, but also joining us from the Get Your Shinebox podcast,
Christopher.
Yeah, Tristan.
Very good. Wow, you guys know your names well.
We
That's
did.
awesome.
Thank God. I had to check my ID
Absolutely.
really quickly.
Funny because mine says Christopher.
No kidding.
This whole time.
This is why my credit rating has gone to hell, because you've been charging shit up, you motherfucker. So,
your ID was
that's
under
typical.
the whiskey glass. It was a little wet.
It was.
That's all that condensation.
Condensation.
I'll hit you with my ring hand.
Condensation. It's like Gregory Peck and
Yes.
Family Guy.
Family Guy, exactly right.
So if you're wondering right now what the hell you're listening to, here's how it went down. Brien and I, actually Brien invited me to go with him to check out the Red Sox Blue Jays game. He wanted to go and make a trip out of this, go to Toronto, and
that's where we are right now.
Yeah, that's where we are right now. And as an extra bonus, we were able to get together with the Ham brothers, our buddies of the north over here with Get Your Shinebox.
Our brothers from other mothers.
Exactly.
Yeah, northern
absolutely.
mothers.
Yeah.
Yes.
That Canadian secret family that you've been talking about for so long.
I knew it.
Suddenly, turns out we are actually
I told you I kissed a girl in Canada.
Tristan are our Canadian girlfriends that we've been bragging about to everybody.
That's right. Yeah, we exist.
I'm the Alanis.
And there's
I think, basically.
I'm the Brien Adams.
I don't know. Everything I do for you, Tristan. So we were able to get together with them and record this episode. And what are we recording, boys? What do we got going on here?
Well, we were. I'm going to hand it over to Tristan in a second because, but I just wanted to do a little setup because we had come up to see the Toronto Blue Jays play the Red Sox, and we all got together. Chris and Tristan joined us the following day for the Toronto playing the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. So it was kind of a sports weekend, and in keeping with that theme, Tristan brought a special movie that we all watched, and now we want to talk about it. And Tristan, what is that?
Well, exactly. So it is a sports movie, obviously, to keep in with the theme of the weekend, but it's a film that I watched the fuck out of. Keep the swearing down.
No. You don't have to.
That's
it's
okay.
that kind of show.
That's all right.
All right.
But, sorry, Mom.
We always put the explicit check mark next to all of our episodes.
Good.
So,
well,
yes.
buckle in. There is a blue cloud.
It's all on them. They saw the explicit rating.
Yeah, they knew what they were getting into.
Let them be offended.
But this is a film I watched a ton when I was young. It was we watched a couple of films. We're talking about maybe a couple of films here, but the main one that really nobody here but myself has seen is a film called The Blood of Heroes. If you are in America, everywhere else in the world, or North America rather, everywhere else in the world, it's called Salute to the Jugger. And it actually spawned a real sport. Started in Germany, and now it's in 22 different countries. So what they're playing on the screen,
So I gotta ask, what does that look like physically? From are people actually using it? Because they've got like a jack that they're using. They've got basically swinging chains and stuff. Do they actually play with
It's kind of like gladiatorial meets rugby
very much.
meets it's
like if Mad Max had I don't know
American Gladiator.
It's Mad Max meets Harry Potter
for sure.
No kidding. It is.
It's Quidditch by way of by way of the Thunderdome.
It is Thunderdome Quidditch.
But again, I got to throw in trans are welcome at this game.
They are.
Right. Everyone's welcome. So it is. It's a really amazing and interesting
until
game.
Ice rinds them up and just takes them away.
Doing that?
We're going there.
Okay.
No, we got a little jabs.
Friendly little.
All Canadians have is passive aggressive. That's our whole fucking thing.
That's it.
Do we?
Bingo.
That and our sarcasm.
Right. So this game. So to your point, Chris, it is played. I have actually friends in Australia that play it. I've got some buddies that are in it. Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
For real. So
is their skin like satin, or is it more scarred?
It is. It's more scarred.
Okay.
But that's not from the game. It's just that everything in Australia wants to kill you.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's all spider
That's
humping.
just inherently
you just
being
got
Australian.
eggs laid in your eyeballs and
Exactly. But
Tristan's been telling me stories about creatures that live there, and
it's
you're
terrifying.
not selling it. You're not selling it, man.
Come for the weather, stay for the poisoning.
Tristan, your wife is Australian.
She is.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
So you obviously knew this movie before you met your wife. She didn't turn you on to the movie, right?
No. I knew this movie.
This movie goes way back to when?
89.
89.
Okay.
89.
That's the year Batman came out.
The Batman came out, and that's why you haven't heard of it, because it was in the running. They were neck and neck, and somehow
I want to feel like the original soundtrack was more hair metal.
It
was just really a lot of Poison.
Lots of Poison. Originally Vangelis, then turned to Poison.
Then Def Leppard.
They tried to option Prince for
Threw
it.
a little warrant in there.
Yeah.
No kidding.
So just quickly.
When they sing that song, Hole in My Heart, there's literally a hole in my heart. That's extreme.
I see what we did there. Good Boston band.
I'm just,
we got some
warning.
We got some. Oh dear God.
How many drinks in are we? By the way, we're into a lot of drinks. We've
had some
had a
Canadian
movie
ride.
marathon going all day already.
Yes. Yeah,
it is like what 4 o'clock now, and we've been going since we woke up at 8. We've watched some great movies so far. We got more planned, but we have been drinking, so you're gonna get a very unscripted and improvised kind of show.
It's going to be a lot of slurring.
Lots of slurring.
Yeah. I love you all.
We have been, imbibing all day long. It's been amazing, though.
Yeah,
obviously,
Tristan and Chris provide us with some wonderful rye whiskey that we've been drinking.
Well, we are sponsored by a friend of the show, Crown Royal.
Indeed you are.
By the way, we need a sponsor so badly.
Oh, my God.
But this film, fantastic, post-apocalyptic, kind of like riding on the heels of things like Mad Max and many others. That was a big thing in the 80s, was just kind of like what does that future look like?
Right.
And I think you said, Mark, like at the beginning, isn't it like the distant future of like 1997 or something like that?
It's supposed to take place in...
Sorry, you're thinking
1997 is the future.
You're thinking Turbo Kid, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Turbo Kid is 1997.
Yes.
This one is...
So this is 1989, but just sort of the near future or sort of like post-apocalyptic.
So they never really
Max Headroom.
They don't. But you know what? But think about like a lot of like Mad Max and things that were very kind of popular or interesting at the time.
Mad Max.
You get that feel,
without
right?
A doubt. The look of it is clearly beyond Thunderdome.
I want to think though, like the optimism at that time. So 1989, and we were all kind of there and available. You were like just
reaching puberty.
That's it. No kidding.
I was 20. But
which Barbie in the rocker were you most into at that point, or like which He-Man character did you most relate to?
I was already out of high school, but coincidentally still reaching puberty.
Oh, there we go.
No kidding.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
You didn't have enough fluoride in your water.
I didn't. That's what it is down there. Yeah.
And more Gem of the Holograms, but more of the Misfits.
Hey. Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Oh, the Misfits.
But honestly,
they would have shown
songs
you
are
a better
better.
time.
We are the Misfits. We're gonna get her.
I definitely have to feel like there was not a lot of positive kind of outlook of what the future would look like. Like 89 was not a really great time in terms of optimism. So this is kind of, it's a really cool film. I love the fact that Rutger Hauer is like a big deal in this, and I'm very much a fan from like Blade Runner and other things. So
yes, absolutely.
like it's a really neat kind of approach. And to your point earlier, Mark, like really this is, of the two films we're going to maybe discuss today, this was the more optimistic of the two.
Yes.
Like it seems like there was a positive finish. It had kind of that 80s like. Scarlett's got a thing, like my youngest daughter, where she'll watch horror movies and she loves them. But as long as they have a happy ending.
Okay.
If they have a negative ending, she's freaked out about it.
Yeah.
So this is one of those things where like this ending is extremely positive.
Right.
Like everything kind of goes their way, and they don't even show kind of what potential negative outcomes could come from them, like their success at the end of it.
Yeah.
But is that maybe like a way of kind of looking at the future, seeing the negatives, but also being partially optimistic? Like, where were you in 89?
Well, I was very, I was in 6th grade when Batman came out, but if I had to go back and look at how I felt during that time, it still felt like, at least to me, things were looking up. Everybody was happy.
Sure.
It was still the 80s. It was later in the 80s, and things that we would experience in the 90s would start seeping in. But even in the early 90s, thing still seemed okay. And I think what's great about this movie is like you said, Chris, the level of optimism comes from the fact that you can still live in an apocalypse, look like something out of Mad Max, fight to the near death with other people, but still know what teamwork and loyalty are.
No kidding.
And teamwork and loyalty hold strong in this film.
In 1989, is that how we beat the Japanese? Like, is that how we're going to like outproduce them and be able to like?
No, Batman came out and they made all the merchandise and they were very happy.
Very good.
They were so happy.
That's what I think. I don't know.
Fair.
I have no idea. All I know is that everything was still fluorescent. The Simpsons were at their peak. Everything, it was all MC Hammer pants still. Everything was fluorescent colors. Bart Simpson hats, Batman. And
we were loving
it was just everything was fun. It just felt fun, and I'm sure it was, and I'm sure there was shit going on under the
Yeah, but how would you have known that? Or how would any of us have known that at that age?
Yeah.
I just remember my parents being happier. Like I do. Like I remember them being happier.
Well,
things were good.
They're just coming off of. Ronald Reagan was president, and by the time this movie came out, it was George Bush.
So thanks. I was just about to ask who the president at the time was.
And when we got into the '90s, it was Clinton, and we had a really good run in the '90s as far as like the economy was strong.
Sure.
And also the breakdown of like Cold War and everything else was just on the cusp, right?
Exactly. The Berlin Wall had just fallen in 1987 or 8.
100%.
So it was a very hopeful and optimistic time.
But it's funny because, and I know we keep going back to Batman because it's 89, but the Batman being a very positive movie was very inspired in the comic book world by people that saw everything wrong with the country.
Sure.
Right.
Frank Miller, Alan Moore. These
100%.
were people who were not happy with the way the world was going.
Yeah.
So if you asked them what it was like in 89, they'd be like, oh, it sucked.
But isn't that amazing looking now?
Returns.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God,
But compared to now,
Yeah, because that's what I was going to say. I mean, it was a very hopeful and optimistic era.
Sure.
And they were putting out these movies, which, they were like, well, this is what, we think a post-apocalyptic future will look like. And little did they know that we're pretty much living in it right now.
But I still think there was that idealism of things will probably
get worse before they get better.
What are you doing?
I'm popping my peas.
Well, you gotta hold the microphone a little
like this.
Yeah,
like this.
Talk over it.
On the so it's one of those like things will probably get worse for a while, but they'll get better eventually. There was still that optimism of nothing lasts forever, like a horror film in the 80s.
Right. Yes. Right.
Bad shit is gonna go on, unless it's the Thing, but bad shit is gonna go on. But the monster's going to get beaten at the end. Those kind of movies that Scarlett probably likes.
She does. That's her big thing.
And that was a lot of things with a lot of those 80s films. 80 films. The monster always bought it at the end. The slasher, with very few exceptions. 80s movies, for the most part, had somewhat of a happy, positive ending.
Yeah.
So,
but is that the moral lesson in all of it is like, hey, look, you're going to go through adversity in your life, but don't worry, because if you persevere, there's a positive on the other side. And I think that's still a pretty good lesson in general.
Yeah.
But I don't know that that's true anymore. Like I'm not trying to like be a downer on any of it.
No.
But just to say, like, I think maybe we need to be more pragmatic about how we approach stuff. Like don't hope for the positive at the end. Be your own empowerment and go and do the things you need to do, because you can't bank on that.
Yeah,
that's not going to be a foregone conclusion.
Yes.
I think there's still hope.
Hope for the best,
people.
but prepare for the worst.
Yes, 100%.
I think there's still hope for people in the world, and when I say people, I mean it's the everyday people, my friends, my family, what we're all doing here, what people are doing out in their community, the 9-to-5ers, the people just working, raising kids, raising families, having friends. It's still there. We're just not hearing about it anymore. Without at the risk. I don't want to go on a tangent about media and shit like that, but with the way the world is right now, we are constantly, especially in in America, we're just bombarded by bad news all the time.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. But if you shut that off and you go outside or you just start talking to people, you realize you still have a lot in common with people of a different race, of a different gender, and you can still have these amazing conversations with people.
So that's exactly this.
Yeah.
Like what I wanted to say, just exactly piggybacking on this point, is the lovely part about having to be able to spend time with you guys and being able to come together. And this is a cross-border. We are from different backgrounds. We don't know each other hardly ever. We're hanging out in the same like hotel room. We're like sharing a bed, like beds and stuff.
All cuddled.
It's a pretty snuggly, weird, like but awesome. No, honestly.
But I like you, Chris. You have a gentle touch.
But don't stop believing in other people. I think it's a really important point, and there's lots of optimism to be had.
No,
you just have to seek it out. And I love where you're coming from on this.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'll do is I'll kind of give like a quick synopsis of the Blood of Heroes here.
You're the expert. How many times have you seen this movie?
1,000 times I've seen
this
film.
Okay.
I love this.
Do you want
film.
my notes though, so you can?
Yes,
remember?
I do want that too, because I have short-term memory loss.
Yeah.
But just
it's all the booze.
It's all the booze.
Just call it what it is, Tristan.
It is. It's all the rye. But I'd love to get like just your initial kind of reactions from it. I know that like introducing this.
Yeah.
I imagine that whenever we introduce anything new to each other, we have a really open mind because we love each other's tastes.
Yeah.
We have very similar kind of sensibilities, and we love to support and love to kind of pull apart films in the exact same places.
Yeah.
But I'm really interested. This is something, and it's not precious to me. I don't mind if it wasn't something that you terribly enjoyed. But I would love to know, like what did you think about the Blood of Heroes?
Do you want me to? All right, then I'll start.
Do you want to start us?
Yeah, man. I thought this was a lot of fun. I really didn't know what I was getting into. I thought it was going to be a lot cheesier than it was.
Yeah.
And I was pleasantly surprised by what I saw on screen. I mean, Rutger Hauer, he's great in anything.
Yeah.
Delroy Lindo is awesome. And was it Joan Chen?
Yes.
Who I'm vaguely familiar with. I remember her from way back. I mean, you said that she was in
Twin Peaks and
Twin Peaks. That's right. Yes.
She took a
but
lot
what was
of
the
left
other
turns,
Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd. That was the one you were talking about earlier. And we all forgot that she was in Judge Dredd.
Joy Luck Club.
Yeah, but I mean, we did do a little bit of riffing on this movie in parts. I mean, which we're all prone to do anyway. It's just in our nature, I think. But for the most part, I mean, I couldn't fault this movie for anything. It was fun. I like seeing other people's takes on what they think the future is going to be. I like the sport that they made up.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great concept. So, yeah. Cheers, Tristan, for bringing this to us.
100%. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, this movie was a lot of fun. The cast is fantastic, and I really like when there's a good cast in a movie. Much like Tito from Three Geeky Dads, we have that. If you got a really good strong cast, you can kind of forgive the other stuff. Sure. But there's nothing to forgive in this movie.
Tito's definitely an actor guy.
Yeah,
we are too.
And I really like. I've always been a Rutger Hauer fan, and I had never seen Joan Chen in an action role. I'm a huge fan of Joan Chen in Twin Peaks. I'm a huge Twin Peaks fan. But to see her in something like this, where she's kicking a lot of ass, that just made her even greater.
Yeah.
I had no idea she had the acting chops.
Right.
Vince D'Onofrio, Delroy Lindo.
That's right. I forgot Vince D'Onofrio was in it.
Amazing. Yeah. But I agree with Brien. I don't really think it's cheesy. Actually, honestly, I felt like I was watching an old Western film.
Yeah.
Sort of, yes. I don't know if it's the pacing of the movie, which is not. It's not a bad pacing.
No, it's not. It doesn't slow down much at all.
It takes its time, and you get a chance to rest. You rest with the characters. They have a little bit of dialogue exchange, but it never gets to the point where you're bored. And I really like that. It reminded me of like an Italian Western, something Sergio Leone would do, early Clint Eastwood stuff. And Rutger Hauer is just superb in pretty much everything he does. Yeah. And I just really like the teamwork. Nice. I'm a fan of teamwork movies, teams, and this delivered.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. It was just, and I know I had seen parts of it before.
That's right.
But
you said that towards the end. Yeah.
I don't remember where I saw it. I could have seen this for all I know. But I honestly, obviously,
might have popped up on like YouTube or something.
Maybe, but more the imagery of some of the later scenes, and we'll get to that. But I had a lot of fun watching it. I had and I think it's a great companion piece to Turbo Kid, which was the other
movie we watched. We didn't bring that one up yet.
But if you're looking for any kind of old school kind of apocalyptic feature, even if it's like a Mad Max film, definitely put this as the second feature.
Totally,
because I don't think it has the staying. I don't think it's.
It does almost feel like a bit of an offshoot of the Mad Max universe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an Australian film for one thing, too.
Right. I mean, George Miller is such an awesome filmmaker. I can't say this movie's better than the Mad Max movies,
Definitely
but I can say it's a great film and a good companion piece to it.
Yeah, good call.
Like that. Nice. Yeah, Chris?
So, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Obviously, again, to everyone else's point, great casting. Really nice delivery. Really good, sort of a feel for where the teamwork comes into play. How optimistic they were. And again, Rutger Hauer, doesn't matter what he does. He's just
agreed.
He makes such a great stoic.
He's a presence.
Yeah, you know
he
what?
Really is.
You can elevate a film just by having him available.
Agreed.
I guess.
Very quick. I remember when they put him in Batman Begins.
Yeah.
And they gave him kind of a crappy role.
Oh, that's right.
It was kind of a throwaway role. He was just a dickhead for Wayne Enterprises.
Right.
But he even makes that good.
Yeah.
Nobody else would make that role remotely interesting.
No. But it's memorable.
He just has a presence about him.
Yeah.
And I just kind of wish he did more. But
I want to think about movies that actually were elevated above this film. So I recognize that they rebranded it with a bunch of different titles and stuff. Yeah. But think about a Krull. Is Krull better than this? Not necessarily.
No. Honestly, I'm going to say no.
Yeah. I would probably suggest that this is maybe a film that kind of flew under the radar or maybe didn't have distribution capabilities that might have supported it in a different way.
Yeah.
But honestly, this is not a film that needs to be ignored necessarily.
Right.
It's just one that didn't really have the support that it probably could have had.
Yeah.
So again, to your point, Marc, if you felt like you were looking for something that was kind of post-apocalyptic, a little bit kind of grittier, and just something that was maybe not, it was off the beaten path a bit, and you're kind of looking to do something that's maybe, I don't know, something complimentary. Yeah. I think it's absolutely the right film to pick.
Agreed. And it's kind of like comparing it to Krull, that's apples and oranges. You got a fantasy, you got both great movies, but definitely movies that I don't know. Like you said, they fly under the radar. There are movies that are better than them, but
Yeah.
these are not bad movies. Like I can think of 100 fantasy movies better than Krull, but I enjoy Krull.
Oh,
Krull is a fun movie.
Going back to Krull, and
I
I feel
like
this one I would go back to when I'm in the mood for like old school apocalypse.
Oh, cool.
Sometimes I think like access is a big deal, or distribution. Like it's always like what deals have been made, and those things kind of generate or guide your taste.
So, Chris, was this your first time seeing the movie?
So I've seen it before with Tristan, but it was quite a while ago.
All right.
We sort of loosely watched it, and I wasn't paying the most attention.
Okay.
Of course, now with you guys, I want to be a lot more attentive.
This seems to be like in Tristan's wheelhouse. This is like, so I was like, you guys grew up together. I was wondering how he watched it 1,000 times, and you've only seen it a handful.
So when Tristan and I were kids, about when I was 19 and he was 16, we separated.
Okay.
So I stayed in
legally.
Edmonton, and Tristan went to no kidding.
Yeah.
That was state mandated.
Yeah.
No, like Tristan went to Vancouver
For your own safety.
Okay. Well, he liked to cut a bitch, and I am that bitch. So
That's it.
No, but
he wasn't performing.
Whoa. Oh, this went weird.
Yeah.
Are we still singing?
This
the same
took a
bit
turn.
tonight?
This got dark.
No kidding. But no, like when we which is unfortunate because at the time in our lives, we had been moving around quite a bit.
Yeah.
And at 19, I was like pretty done with moving. I was like, okay, I'm going to stay. There was a girl I really like was into at the time. So I thought that this was going to be my life. And Tristan went to Vancouver. So in terms of cultural parts of Canada, Edmonton is a little bit more. It's not as cosmopolitan, 100%. And Vancouver's like there's a great film scene, there's a great TV scene. Like they really like culturally you're gonna be immersed more in arts. So you had an opportunity, and I think you probably also this happens. I don't know how much you guys moved around when you were kids.
Not much.
But when you restart your lives and kind of you insulate a little bit, right? So the first part is like, hey, I'm going to go to like movies and culture and things I want to do because I've got lots of time to self-invest. And I think that's maybe where you had more time to do stuff.
Well, it's exactly that. You're absolutely right. I think too, because Chris and I grew up doing theater, a lot of stuff, and a lot of, and I think more so your generation were into exploring different films. They loved the great films that were blockbusters, but also you had yourself and other friends explored films
more
that maybe
indie stuff.
And maybe not so much in the popular kind of conversation.
Correct.
And I had the benefit of tagging along like like a little brother.
Yeah, sure.
And so I got to see a lot of really interesting films that Chris and his friends were kind of exploring. I'm talking like when Reservoir Dogs first came out, or things like that before it became super popular and stuff. They were more willing to kind of explore things. So although a lot of my tastes in music and films, I think we were very similar simply because I was little brother syndrome.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
No.
I had the confidence to go and kind of try other things, and then also wanted to define myself.
And where do you think like a horror interest comes from, or like maybe more sort of that? Because I would actually like to ask all of you this sort of question. So starting with you, just because we're right next to one another, but like where does that come from?
The love of horror?
Yeah.
Again, I think I know that you didn't necessarily kind of seek that out a lot, but we had a friend who was obsessed with that, and a guy named Raleigh. And that's where I saw Nightmare on Elm Street for the first time and stuff like that. And so I got a love for that through friends in that way. And so I pursued that and just I love horror. I love the concepts. I love the tropes. I love all these obscure things. And also I remember these obscure horrors like The Beast Within.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay.
No, that's nightmare fuel for me.
Oh yeah.
From a very young age. Yeah.
That is latex gone berserk.
It is.
Movie. It totally is. Yeah.
But that, like Sleepaway Camp, like all these cool films that I remember watching with you, and then I got a taste for it and kind of went off a little bit. I probably leaned into that a little more than yourself, I think.
Yeah.
But that's the origins for me.
And Marc, where does this come from you? I'm sure you've said it on your podcast, but like
my love of horror has come from my love of monsters, which I've loved since I was old enough to draw. I just love drawing monsters. My favorite cartoon when I was a little kid was Scooby-Doo, because every episode had a new monster, even though it always ended up being a guy in a mask.
Zoinks!
I love the
Ruby Racks.
I just love the different designs.
Sorry.
That's all right. But I always like to draw the different monsters, and even before I even saw the Universal movies, I'd go down to the library and take out the same books on Dracula, the Wolfman, Frankenstein. I'd go home and I would just draw them all the time, and that was the start. But going to the video store with my parents all the time, while, they would be with my sister and we'd probably be renting Back to the Future or Never-Ending Story for the umpteenth time, I would be in the horror section looking at the movies I know I was not allowed to see because I
Forbidden
was too
fruit.
young.
Yeah.
But the video covers back then had
Someday.
amazing
Someday
covers.
you will be mine.
That's it.
They had awesome covers and just unbelievable artwork on them, and I would just stare at these covers and like Dream Warriors, The Company of Wolves, Halloween.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
These covers are.
They were
Fright
great,
Night had to
great
be
covers.
The Howling.
The House.
Yeah.
What's going? House.
Yes.
Yeah, I
What's
just remember
with
like the finger.
hand
I
and
had
the
that
key?
poster on my wall.
The disembodied
Sure.
hand, like
Yeah.
ringing the doorbell.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
awesome.
what's this movie about? And I could never see it.
Yeah.
So it just continued this interest. And finally, when I was older and started hanging out with friends who had older brothers or sisters who would go and rent these movies for us, I could see Halloween, The Fly, House, Sleepaway Camp, and it was it. But it's funny. And I'm going to steal a line from Joe Dante on this. The reason I love horror is the same way he loves science fiction. Why do I love horror? Because it shows me things I cannot see in real life.
Right.
Yeah.
Monster-wise. I mean, I can see I don't want to see one, but serial killers exist, madmen exist, but I highly doubt I'm going to come in contact with Dracula or a wolfman or a werewolf or, like Godzilla. Yeah. So that's what I love about these movies. I like movies that show me stuff that I can't see in the everyday world.
Yeah.
Sure.
I like my psychopaths. I love my dramas, my non-horror films, my Western. I love everything, but the horror genre is always spectacular because growing up in Bridgewater, which is basically, it's like Blue Velvet. I lived in a town of picket fences, green lawns, but there's that underbelly with the bugs, man.
Yeah.
And I was always attracted to that dark side, that underbelly world because, my childhood was pretty good, it was the all-American thing. So, but what's going on under the surface? And that's what really
Where's the
attracted
log
me to
lady?
that genre.
That's really
I
cool.
had no log lady. And we had no bugs because my dad really keeps up with his yard work.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
His
yeah.
zapper is like
beautiful
on max.
lawns,
Yeah. It goes to 11.
Right?
However, we did have the house down the street that no one went into.
Oh, every neighborhood had one of those.
And
Sure.
The way
It's
it
always
worked
labeled
in,
the witch house.
Oh,
Yes.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And the way it worked in my neighborhood was, we lived off the main road on a block, and there were all the yards, but then there were the woods. And the woods, you could only go out so far. And
Yeah.
your parents
That's
would
pretty
say,
cool.
don't go too far because you're going to get lost. And, of course, they're not going to tell you the real reason. There's hunters out there. Someone might mistaken you for a deer. You'll get shot. They don't tell you that. But for me, that fueled my imagination. Wow. It's like, what's in those woods, you know?
Yeah, I want to feel like woods are a huge catalyst for so much horror, right? Because there's unknowns, there's unseeables, everything is not
Totally.
readily visible. We had a whole forest across the street from us, too.
Yeah, but our parents were like, go into the woods.
No
please
kidding.
go."
Put on these antlers.
No,
It was really strange.
Like Hansel and Gretel's parents. Like, just go. Just go.
Yeah,
Go.
take a bite
you don't
out of
need
that
breadcrumbs.
house.
You don't need breadcrumbs. Go. Just go.
But my mom and dad,
Sorry, Hansel and Gretel?
Gretel and Hansel.
Hansel.
He's so hot right now.
But my parents were unaware by them. They fueled my horror imagination because they forbid me so much. Like, don't listen to heavy metal.
But isn't that always the way?
Don't,
It is,
you
yeah.
can't watch
And then
the
you
rated
rebel,
R
and that's all you
movies.
listen to.
Exactly right.
Don't go into the woods. Why? Like, I want to know what's going on.
No kidding. What's so cool out there that you're afraid of me finding out about?
No
right?
kidding.
All right, Brian,
They're
what do you
monsters.
think? Where did your horror passions come from? What's leading it?
Like Marc, I was always drawn to like the Universal monsters. I
Right.
can remember as a kid, like some of the first things that I gravitated towards, even in like grade school. I think one of my teachers had a book with like Frankenstein and
how cool.
but it was all like the movie Frankenstein. It wasn't
Right.
like the Mary Shelley book. As a 7-year-old kid, I wouldn't
Right.
be into that anyway.
Bit sophisticated and pretty dull.
Unless
I'm
it
assuming.
was like Classics
Yeah.
Illustrated, the comic book version.
Sure.
Can I
But-
jump in on something
Yeah,
really
no,
quick,
absolutely.
though? The Frankenstein monster and Dracula, we all knew who they were
Yeah.
even before seeing
Right,
every
100%.
seriously.
Well, because of Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Because of Scooby-Doo.
'Cause he would fight
because
all
of
these guys
every
classic ones.
Halloween cartoon.
Yeah.
There was always some kid doing a Bela Lugosi Dracula
Right.
Yeah.
impression. We
Blah,
had
blah,
no
blah.
idea who
Especially
Bela
Charlie
Lugosi
Brown.
was.
Yeah.
Charlie
Yeah.
Brown.
Yeah, Charlie Brown.
I mean, they were always
It's the living
there.
dead, Charlie Brown.
Yeah, it's the creature from the Black Lagoon, Charlie Brown.
Sorry.
It's a puzzle box, Charlie Brown.
Oh, Hellraiser.
Oh, my God.
Pinhead Charlie Brown.
Is that Charlie Brown right now with
Linus-
his bald head and stuff? Like just
I know.
Linus has such sights to show you.
That's it. Man.
good grief.
Yeah. So, like, to get back to it, I was always drawn to that, too, like Marc. And then as I got older, like my dad, we've already talked about it, and we talked about it on my show as well, that every Tuesday night I go to the movies with my dad. My dad,
I love this, by the way.
My dad
This is
loves
a huge
movies.
fan of that.
Your father rules, by the
He
way.
does.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry, Dad. This is because my parents listen. This is no
there's
hit
nothing-
on you.
There's no slight on Vinnie Macrina either, but yeah,
He will have you killed.
he will.
Hey, forget about it.
No, so like my dad was always going to the movies, and in town where we grew up, where Marc and I live now, because I've grew up in Cumberland, Rhode Island. Got married once, moved away to Lake Massachusetts, got divorced, came back to Rhode Island. And when I met my wife that I'm married to now, we were living in Massachusetts again where she was living. But then circumstances happened. We had a child. We outgrew the condo that we were living in. And it was just cheaper to live in Rhode Island. We were both working in that state. Nobody wanted to pay taxes to two different states. So we moved back to Cumberland, where I grew up and where my parents still live in the house that I grew up in. Like you guys talk about moving, and we never did.
Oh,
so
there you go.
my parents bought that house in 1970, and they're still there. And it's about 1.5 miles from where I'm living now, so it's really convenient, and I love it. Cool. So we see each other all the time. But so my dad is still like a movie nut, and like we've always talked about it. Like we go every Tuesday night, and it's mostly 90% horror movies that he wants to see. But I can remember, like,
That's
as
awesome.
an adolescent, like he would come home, like, because he would still go to the movies on his own. Like there was this movie house in town called the Cumberland Twin, and they showed it was two different movie theaters in one. So, you had your choice. But he would always see, like, he would come home and he'd be like, I just saw, like, this movie called American Werewolf in London. Or I just saw, like, this movie called Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And I remember he had this great story because his old car had an 8-track player in it.
Ooh.
So, my dad loved Pink Floyd, probably still does. And he was listening to Dark Side of the Moon. And if you guys know Dark Side of the Moon, and then it's like, the lunatic is on, on the grass, and they have like all these sound effects in the background with this lunatic laughing.
Yeah.
Totally.
So my dad had just seen Friday the 13th, the very first one. And he says, I wasn't afraid through the whole movie because I knew whenever the killer was there because they did the ch-ch-ch-ch.
Right.
Until the very end when the girl is in the boat, the final girl, and then all of a sudden young Jason comes up out of the water and pulls her down. He says, and that just freaked the hell out of me. He says, and then I'm driving home.
Awesome.
He says, and I pop in the 8-track, and it's where I left off. So he's listening to Dark Side of the Moon, and from the back speakers, he can hear the lunatic laughing. He's looking over his shoulder.
Oh, my God. That's awesome.
Yeah. So this is the shit that's stuck in my head. I'm like, so now I got to seek this movie out when I can, right?
Of course.
So, yeah, I eventually discovered American Werewolf in London. I eventually discovered Friday the 13th, and I went back and I got to watch all the movies that I had seen pictures of and had trading cards of because the Universal Monsters. I remember having like
cool.
trading cards of like the Universal Monsters, and of course they tried to make them funny where they would put like comic balloons over them, like like Dracula. I need to brush my teeth, something like that, like his fangs are showing, and it was just silly. But as a kid, I'm like, I gotta watch these things. And so now I'm devouring all this stuff. Even till this day, I'm still discovering stuff that I had never seen before. But
so cool.
Yeah. So that I think my love of horror was obviously the Universal Monster stuff that I was exposed to as a kid, like through osmosis, not seeing the movies themselves. And also where Marc and I grew up too, we had a show called Creature Double Feature.
Yeah.
Right.
Channel 56 from Boston on Saturday afternoons used to show two different horror movies. So that was another big stepping stone for me as well. I got to see a lot of like weird sci-fi horror stuff, from the 50s and 60s and some of the classic stuff. I think that's where I originally saw like the Hammer films.
I remember the first TV I ever got in my bedroom. Yeah. You could catch like a movie at 2:00 in the morning if you could stay awake,
right?
And
which as a kid it was easier
on your
to do.
UHF, and you could do that. You waited for like I did. I waited for my parents to go to bed,
right?
Because they were all on the other side of the house. So once they went to bed, the TV would come on, and I would catch like a Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
Right?
Oh my God. Amazing. Yeah.
And I remember one time I caught the gate
Oh, I remember you telling about this.
At 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't get scared by movies. It's very hard for me to get scared by film. I do get scared by movies by like the real. I get scared by movies that deal with like Michael Keaton in My Life. Somebody's dying.
I know.
Of cancer.
Of course.
The real life stuff.
Those movies scare me.
Actual situations that are
Outbreak scares me.
Extra normal.
Horror movies for the most part. Any monster movie. That stuff just does not scare me. But when I was a kid and I caught the gate, or rather I caught the middle of the movie, I turned it on, and the part that came up was, I don't know if you guys have seen this movie.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
There's a scene where the neighbor's sleeping over the friend's house, and he's having a dream about his mom who died, and the mom comes to the door of the house.
Yeah.
She's all elegant and beautiful looking, calling his name. He comes down the stairs. They have this dance, and they start spinning around, and the camera spins around, and then it's the dead dog in his hand.
Oh, yeah.
And it's this big kind of sheepdog thing.
Yeah.
I was fucking terrified.
Yeah.
Sure.
I could not sleep for weeks, and there's a lot that scared me in that movie. I watch it now, and it's silly as shit. But I'm gonna tell you, man, that movie, like, that was the kind of stuff you caught. And even though it terrified me, the fact that weeks had gone by and I was still thinking about it, I became fascinated by the fact that this is resonating with me.
Right.
So I want to take that back. So if you could think about each one of you, one horror movie. And not necessarily Gate, because there's probably other things that have also been really important to you, Marc. But, one horror movie that you think most impacted you when you think about what's my definitive, holy fuck, I'm terrified of horror movies, and that's what fueled that passion. What movie is that, Tristan?
Oh, so for me, it's not actually even technically a horror film, which is funny. But same thing. I had an old. My parents bought me an old black and white TV with like rabbit ears and stuff.
Yeah.
It would only.
Yeah, we all had one of those.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Tiny little thing. Yeah. And it would only get like TV now and again.
Yeah, sure.
But one time it caught a film, same sort of thing at night, and the film was Aliens.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Aliens or Aliens?
Aliens.
Okay.
Right?
James Cameron's version.
James Cameron.
I think I know the part. You tell me what part did it for you. But
just the entirety of it. But I mean, just it all the parts. I think like one thing that like stuck out in particular was just them, like later in the film, they're all in that medical bay. They've sealed off everything. They should be safe.
Yeah.
But the aliens are still coming.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Coming,
all right.
coming. And they're like, we don't know how. Like, you're reading it wrong, or it's wrong, or you're reading it wrong. It's like, no, I'm not, man. No way, man. And they go into the roof, and all the aliens.
St. Paxton.
And they drop down. Yeah. But I saw that, and I don't often remember dreams. That's just the thing. I don't ever remember dreams.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
But there is. I remember that I had a lot of nightmares, and of any creature or frightening thing in my nightmares, it was always the xenomorph.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
So that's the one, weirdly enough, that had the most impact.
Okay. What about you, Marc?
Well, I already brought up the Gate. The other thing I'm going to bring up is I was close, by the way, with your thing. My thing that got me with Alien very quickly was when they thought they were safe. At the end, the alien queen stows away, and you don't see it, but the tail goes through Bishop. And,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Mine, I'm going to say that freaked me out when I was older was my buddy Jay, who does all the intro for our shows.
Yep.
And we're big Michael Jackson. We were big Michael Jackson fans. We were big Thriller fans.
Sure.
And we watched
John Landis.
We would
Yeah.
We would watch the Thriller documentary
100%.
over and over again. Yeah. And they showed in that documentary, they showed a clip from An American Werewolf in London.
Right.
So finally, Jay managed to record the movie off HBO or something. And he's like, "You got to sleep over. We got to watch this movie. It's awesome, All right, so I go over, we watch it. As soon as they step out of the slaughtered lamb and the wolf is stalking them, I think it's some of the best horror ever.
Yes.
It's my second favorite werewolf film, but it has to me, I think, one of the best 10, 15 minutes of horror in any horror film is when Jack and David are getting stalked by the werewolves.
Yeah,
high tension
that
for sure.
Freaked me out.
We were kind of acting it out on the way up, on the drive up.
We were acting it out,
yeah.
And
we really
Jay
were.
and I,
yeah.
we would walk to his house after school, and we would reenact the whole beginning.
You were saying
of
that too.
movie.
Yeah,
we knew that movie verbatim.
Yeah,
like we would watch it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's still effective, even though I know when the werewolf is, going
to
jump on Jack, and when the first time seeing that and not knowing where the hell the thing was, but you were just hearing it, and they're looking around, and there's one point when the two of them are looking at us. They're looking at the camera.
Yeah.
Right? They can kind of see it, but we can't see anything.
Right.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So that always sticks out to me as that was another thing that was like. It also got me like even more into werewolves.
Sure. Brien, what do you think?
So I've got a few actually, and this goes back to what I was saying before about my dad going to the movies.
Sure.
So I remember as a little kid, my parents had dropped us off at my grandmother's house because they wanted to go see Jaws.
Yep. So
they went to go see Jaws, and they came back, and I remember my mom does not like scary movies at all. Not at all, but my dad probably dragged her. I'm assuming. Dad, you can confirm this later. And I remember them coming back after, they're like, picking us up, and they were like, oh my God, it was so scary. And again, my dad's like, I always knew when the shark was coming because of that kind of thing. Sure. But I still wanted to see it. And all these movies, The Exorcist too.
Yeah.
That was another big one. Another one that I was exposed to through my parents. And then I got to catch both of these on not cable TV, but network TV. So they were heavily edited, but to my, young brain, I was like riveted. I could not take my eyes off the screen. And then as I got a little bit older and we got HBO, we got cable, late at night, I caught The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. And that movie just blew me the fuck away.
Sure.
It was scary. It was gross. It was everything that I loved. The characters were awesome.
Practical effects and such too.
Yeah,
just
and
really
cool. It's still one of my favorite movies to this day.
Those practical effects go beyond
Rob Bottin, man.
effects.
Rob Bottin is an absolute master.
In my opinion, they're the best example of special effects of any movie.
You're absolutely right.
Any movie. Because I've seen every documentary on this movie. But no matter how many times I watch the special effects, I don't know 100% how the fuck it's all done.
Right. No, and it's terrifying. Honestly, if you could think about what it would actually look like to do something terrifying, that's what it would look like.
Yeah.
It's not digitally generated. It's not
sugar-coated.
It's 100%.
All realism.
Yeah.
And I think that's a movie that transcends horror films. I think it's one of the greatest movies ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agree.
We were talking about it at work this past week, and I was saying how one of the big shockers in that movie for me when I first saw it was you're not expecting it was when they're trying to revive I can't remember
Norris. The Norris
and he's got the paddles, and then all of a sudden Norris's chest opens up and it's a freaking maw with teeth, and it just bites his arms off, the other guy's arms off, and he pulls back, and I'm like, oh my, I was totally not expecting that.
And it still works.
Not expecting that scene just took. Yeah, it worked so well.
I recently showed Emily this movie. My oldest daughter, who's now 16, has seen every kind of horrifying thing because of TikTok and YouTube and all that.
And probably
shit.
through you. I mean, you've always got horror going on the TV.
I do, but this was her first time seeing that film, and I didn't tell her what was going to happen with the Norris scene.
Yeah.
All I told her was, pay attention to this part. Something cool is going to happen. But I told her 5 minutes before.
Right. Yeah.
So he falls down, and he's having what you think is a heart attack, I guess. Or
I think it was. Yeah.
She still jumped. She was amazed at that. That
cool.
gimmick still works.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. How about you?
So I've got same as you, Brien. I've got a couple ones that were really pretty pivotal. So
did you get through all of them? I'm sorry,
no,
Brien.
those were my three.
I did not mean to jump.
No,
in.
you did not. No. You're good.
So the first one for me, when I was 6, we used to go and visit friends of the family in their sort of remote Saskatchewan town.
Oh yeah.
And so it was The Beast Within.
Yeah.
And so the reason this was pivotal for me was there's a whole thing that happens where. And this is a little bit gross, and I didn't fully understand it as a 6-year-old, but this guy goes to get gas for his family, right? Because they're running out of gas, they're in the woods. He leaves, the wife gets attacked, she is impregnated with doesn't even know what it is.
Yeah.
And the kid who comes from this, he doesn't really experience any of his issues until he hits puberty. And for me, that stuck. So when I approached 13, I was always just like, oh shit, am I going to become like a beast? And it was such a visceral image to me that it washed over and it stuck in my head so badly that it helped and created this whole phobia about puberty.
Right,
so for me, that was a big one. And it was a strange thing, but it stuck. The other one really was Alien.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. Like, so when you were talking about like being in Fort McMurray and kind of like watching on the black and white.
Yeah.
My parents used to have like crazy parties when they were kids.
Yeah.
Or,
Lots of
in their
parties.
20s and stuff. No,
we don't know if we're actually related.
I don't think so.
No.
But so Tristan and I would huddle in our parents' bed. Like they would
the water bed.
We're in the water bed.
Yeah.
We'd crank it up to like 50 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
And then we would just hang out.
That's hot.
And it's very, oh God. And then we would leave and then they would get to experience that magic. But same thing. The first time, like when you're watching John Hurt and not John Hurt. John Hurt.
Yeah.
And then the alien comes out the first time. The first time I saw that, I was like, holy fuck. He seems so normal and then suddenly everything goes wild and people are freaking out and the reactions that they had in that filming of it, it's so incredibly well done.
It
was just
because it was genuine. They didn't know what was going to
happen.
happen.
Exactly right. Like you see the notes later on to kind of explain what that scene was set up like, but just the idea that like this wasn't a horror movie per se. This wasn't what I was expecting.
Yeah.
My experience has been Star Wars up to this point, so
Right.
science fiction movies are supposed to be a pretty safe place.
Yeah.
But knowing that there's no safe places, that to me is a pretty magical thing. Like we need to know like anything can be open. Great filmmaking now, I think, is very much like let's not just sort of stay within our tropes and keep things really safe. Like the more exploratory work we can do, the better it is.
Let's step outside that box.
Well, that's it. And even today, I think these two movies, like watching Turbo Kid and Blood of Heroes.
Choose one.
Well, either or, but
I mean, choose a name for that.
Yeah.
But as we were watching Turbo Kid, what I thought was incredible, and you commented on this, Brien, like just that movie was made in 2015, but it looks like it was set in 1986
I had no idea.
or 87.
Yeah.
Like, how fucking cool is that?
I know.
Right?
To really stylize it and give it that flavor, right?
I really thought that it was a product of the 80s that it had totally gone under my radar.
Can I ask quickly? I don't want to
Yeah.
derail your,
go.
your
No,
third
I'm
film
done.
there, but because Marc and I had seen it before, were you resisting the urge to tell these guys that it was actually like a current film?
Yeah, like it's only 10 years old.
I didn't want to say anything.
I neither.
wanted to see if they could figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know the first time I saw it.
Yeah,
I just clicked on it.
My only
It's
thing
Ironside.
was like, right.
He's the giveaway.
Michael
Ironside's
Ironside
age.
looks
like a bag of
looks
shit.
like he did in Nobody.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
That's when I'm like, what? What? No. And that's when I'm
Shouldn't
like,
he look like
shouldn't he look like
Richter
from
Total Recall?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Or Scanners or something.
Yeah, something like that from the
Yeah.
80s, exactly.
Yeah. The third film.
No, that's okay. The other one I think it was like Sleepaway Camp, and that was only because that changed my like understanding of girls.
Yeah,
because I was like, we've already talked about my like how I understood sex from the films that I've watched. Like, you need to use egg beaters, like
Egg
what I learned
beaters
from
and
Bachelor
stuff,
Party,
and now chicks with dicks.
Now chicks with dicks. So now I had a new level of caution.
Yeah, fair enough.
But so let's pull this all back to the films that we watched today.
Okay,
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're thinking about Blood of Heroes, what would you have liked to see more of? And what could have been different? Like, so what did you appreciate the most? So one thing, and what would you have changed?
Should I go through the synopsis of it, like really quickly about
why don't you give
the
a quick-
content, and then we'll talk about that?
Yeah.
Sure.
I just think we'll give it
and
content.
then fire some questions onto that.
Okay.
Yeah. I love that. So hang on to that.
Yep.
Don't lose that.
Put that in your back pocket, Chris.
Put that in your back
I'm on
pocket.
it.
Yeah.
So
That's my prison wallet.
Yeah. Ew.
You're keystering it? Wonderful. Yeah. All your questions smell like shit.
Okay, that's because it's a hot pocket.
Nice.
A very hot pocket.
Oh, God.
I like Hot Pockets.
You just get that checked
Not this
out.
one.
Yeah.
No. The surprise inside is not.
That's it.
It's not pepperoni
Don't put it in your
filling.
mouth.
All right.
No.
Well,
Oh, God.
At one time, sure.
Yeah.
Oh.
Taint anything I want to touch.
Oh, I love it.
All right.
Okay.
Are you okay with the synopsis? Do you need anything?
No, I don't think so. I think because I'm going to go really 30,000 foot view, and because I want to get to these questions.
Okay.
But, to give you a quick synopsis, so and maybe I'll do Turbo Kid as well. maybe. Okay, anyway.
Yeah.
So, Blood of Heroes, we'll go through that really quick. So, it's interesting, like a nondescript time in the future. You know, what's wonderful is that it doesn't actually like talk about when it's meant to happen. It's just in the future, like very Mad Maxian again, which is nice. But basically, the world is poisoned. People are kind of in disarray. If you give me a black cherry, I'll fuck you up.
I'll be the same way. I'm not a fan of black cherry either.
Yeah.
Not my flavor.
I like
That's
cherry.
it. Good man.
I'll drink any of them, but that
You're a
one.
good lad. Yeah. So yeah, it's in the future, nondescript where it is, but it's very like barren and desolate. You have a sense that like resources are unavailable, that it is this wasteland essentially. So very Mad Maxian. It's also filmed in Cooper Pedy, which is a mining town. Cooper Pedy, which I've never been to, but actually Dad has been to.
But that was the whole premise of going to your wedding, was that he was going to go visit these mines while he was there.
That's right. Yeah, he was working. He was doing work as well. Yeah.
Correct.
So Cooper Pedy, which is I think actually the setting for the movie Red Dog 2. If you've ever seen that. Red Dog?
No.
I don't think
It's a cool film. No. It's an Aussie film.
Red Dawn?
Red Dawn.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, which is the new one with Chris Hemsworth, who comes from Cooper Pedy. No, it doesn't. Anyway, but
his IMDb page is being updated as we speak.
As we speak, he's like, crikey!
Yeah.
Those fuckers.
Yeah.
He's going to get Alzheimer's. He's not going to remember.
He's
too
he's
soon.
Gonna outlive us
too
all.
soon.
Are you kidding? Like his Limitless series?
No, he's
awesome.
really good.
Anyway,
Like
he's a good kid. He's related. No, he's not.
No.
So
Hemsworth?
Yeah. Hamsworth?
Hamsworth.
Yeah.
No.
So, anyway, so in this world, this post-apocalyptic wasteland, essentially, like people have lost kind of like a lot of drive to survive, and they're trying to grab onto something. But a new sport was created, and this is kind of what connects people and kind of gives them like hope, essentially. And what the sport is kind of like we said, kind of Mad Maxian version of Quidditch.
I love the fertile grounds that they're living in. So they can at least like do agriculture and other things. In the desert.
Yeah.
I know, right?
It's pretty bad.
Well, and they're harvesting sugar cane. And
that's right.
Aussies have there's an Aussie rum called Bundaberg rum, which is actually not very good.
Oh no!
It's actually
really
it tastes like
rotten.
gasoline.
Ooh.
Guzzling. Witness. But it's awful. But that's what they're harvesting there, is sugar cane. But anyway, basically, the sport, what it is that you've got two people. They actually have like proper position names, but I can't think of it now. There's like back charger and somebody's.
There's the quick.
The quick.
Yeah, the quick.
There is the chain wielder, which was Vincent and D'Onofrio and stuff like that.
Yep.
So they have all like different roles within this team. There's about 5.
Yeah.
6.
Yep.
5.
Like that.
There's 5 of them. Anyway, so there's 2, like in Quidditch terms, there's 2 bludgers.
Right. And a seeker.
And a seeker.
Seeker would be the quick.
Exactly. Yeah. And the chain wielder, which I don't know what the Quidditch version of
I
that
don't know
is.
either.
Anyway. But there's this team, and so what you do, and everything is played for dog skulls. Essentially, that's kind of the currency of sorts.
Yeah.
And so these teams,
It's like the football.
And it's also
like
the football.
Yeah.
The dog skin.
So you win the game.
The
old dog skin.
pigskin.
The old dog skin.
Yeah, because dogs are delicious. We've all tried dog, right?
Well, hot dogs.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant.
That's the same thing, right? No, it's made with real
Exactly.
dog.
Those are just lips and assholes.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Teams kind of travel around. There are home teams and there are travel teams. So travel teams go to dog towns, they're called, and go and play their home teams.
Do they change their jerseys though? Like, do you know who's home and away when you watch?
They do. Yeah.
Well, they're mostly
with their shirts and
just
skins.
bandages mostly.
Sure.
They change their
exactly.
bandages.
You wear the white versus like the
blood.
blues or the reds.
Yeah, we'll have
okay.
the clean white bandages. You can keep your stained and soiled.
No
ones
kidding.
from the
Yeah.
last
It's
fight.
pus versus clean. So they wander about and challenge the home teams and collect these skulls. The idea is that if you have enough of these dog skulls, you are able to then go to this central point, which is this massive underground city, where all the rich elite have transferred to. Basically, the Elon Musks of the world are down there.
Right.
And the vampires, I guess, really.
That's what they look like.
Yeah,
pretty
but they
close.
live underground, so
They
they'd be
do.
pale.
Yeah.
Right?
Has anybody ever seen Nightbreed?
Yeah, of course, many times.
Canadian? Come on.
Oh yeah, good call. Look what I'm talking about.
It takes place between Red Deer and Calgary.
David Cronenberg.
100%.
Like total Canadian
and
bad
he's
guy.
fucking awesome in there. As an actor, even not even as a director.
They look like monsters from Midian.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah,
One of them,
a little bit.
One of them has the little man bun, and there's a monster in Nightbreed that has the little tentacles that come out of his like chest.
Right,
that's right.
The lead bad guy, the one I thought was Bob Hoskins at first. Hoskins looked like that guy.
That's right.
Francis. Yeah.
Have you seen the director's cut of Nightbreed?
I've seen thanks to my buddy Dan, I have seen every version of Nightbreed imaginable. It's awesome. Someday we need to do it.
Yes.
That's a good film.
We should do that. Have you read the comics?
I read so when I was living in Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
I picked up back issues of the old Nightbreed comics.
Nice.
And that's when they were basically like a team. They were basically horror's version of the X-Men.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And so you had Shuna Sassy, Peliquin was pretty much the Wolverine of the group.
That's right.
Lylesburg was there and Boone was there.
Yeah.
And there's actually one issue when they cross over with Rawhead Rex and they have to fight him.
No way.
Dude.
Yeah. But I haven't seen any of the redone ones. I
Okay,
looked them up
neither.
on Amazon. Someday I'll get them.
Yeah.
I just got a huge erection.
Oh, Rex. Shin. That's
bless
a great
me.
You got to pee on them now.
That's it. Yeah. Please just make it pee. Anyway.
No promises.
That's the weirdest
That's our
request
stinger.
of you. Yeah. That's it.
We have a whole night ahead, right?
Oh,
You're just
yeah.
tainting
Oh,
this.
yeah.
What's wrong with
taint.
you?
Oh, taint.
Okay, so essentially Rutger Hauer and the rest, Vincent and Delroy, they're all part of this team, and they are moving about. And you get to learn that Rutger Hauer was originally, because of a tattoo kind of brand
on
his
part of the
head.
league.
Side of his head.
Yeah,
It looks like he had a horn removed.
That's
It
what I was
does
thinking.
actually,
He
yeah,
looked like
yeah.
he could have been a Hellboy.
Like Hellboy,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
He's essentially Hellboy.
Filing his horns down.
It's the story of Hellboy when you break it down. But he was part of the league. So the underground elite, they have this like upper echelon league that because they enjoy the sport, but they have the best of the best,
Like the XFL.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
With way more nipples. Yeah. So, oh my Christ, Vince McMahon. Anyway, so what does Derek think about that? We got to ask him about XFL. Actually.
Derek, you'll be listening. Let us.
Totally.
Yes. Please comment in the comment section.
Yeah, that's it. So they're wandering about this wasteland, and they go to this one particular town, and they're playing their local team. They can see that their kind of seeker they call the Quick is pretty banged up.
Right.
Yeah. Post event.
Well, even pre-event, he's looking pretty rough. But
Dog
post-event, Dog Boy, he gets fucked up. They win, but he gets fucked up.
Yeah.
But one of the local town Quicks is Joan Chen, and she wants a better life for herself, right? Her parents are pretty boring, and they're like, no, don't do that. No, don't go. Okay. So
You're not a financial burden at
No,
all.
babe,
know,
come
right?
back.
Yeah.
Here's some cash.
She's literally just outside the hut. No, it's too far. She's gone too far. I can't.
No kidding.
I can't reach her. Yeah. Okay. She after post that event with their current Quick, he cannot walk anymore. So they decide to bring her onto the team. So they start training her and things like that.
They also cover the previous Quick with barbecue sauce, right?
They do, and they eat him.
Nice.
And very tasteful.
Very quickly.
You do.
Yeah. Very quickly. Yeah. So
They cut him to the Quick.
They cut him to the Quick.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice. He's the hot pocket.
Oh my god. Oh god. Yeah. You get to sleep in the other bed.
Right. I'm just going to be in the tub.
Yeah.
So
Please.
if you need to see me, I'll be.
There is no tub, but you'll be covered in ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna sell your kidney.
Missing a kidney.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a note on my chest.
Yeah.
Do these 5 things or you'll die.
And we've brought it back to Saw.
No good.
Yeah. Okay. They trained her up, and then the huge montage of them.
Yeah.
Winning town for town,
Sure.
getting scars and stuff like that. You learn that a neat thing is that when the team comes to town, they play the current team, and it's all very vicious. But then they actually have camaraderie.
Right.
They do.
Afterward,
Yeah.
and
There's
they have
always
a
music.
party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it
music
seems like regional too. Like they've got
Yeah.
different types of music
Yeah.
and
depending on where they go.
and fuck boys.
That's
And
right.
There
Fuck
is
boys.
a lot of these young men who are like, I guess we need to present ourselves as sex objects for the teen to have sex with, and women, I suppose. But Vincent and Joan try to have sex together. They can't because of wounds and whatnot. Anyway, we get to learn more about Rutger, and he talks now and then about what the life was like as a
league player.
Player.
Sure.
They also have a manager who's basically a living armoire.
Yes,
that's right.
And he must have been with Rutger.
He keeps all the cutlery.
He keeps all the cutlery and the linen.
Yes.
And
as you do.
As you do.
As
basically.
you do.
Who is that Muppet from fucking Labyrinth that's got like everything on her?
Oh,
back?
yes, the collector.
Is that what they call her?
I don't remember, but that's what I always called her.
Name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You like Charlie Bear, don't you?
Yeah.
You like your Charlie Bear?
Oh, here's your horsey.
Here's
You love your
Lancelot.
horsey, don't you?
Yeah.
Exactly. That thing terrified me more than half of the shit in that movie. I was like, oh my god, you're a hoarder. You're and like. She's like she is it a she?
Yeah, it's a she.
I think so.
Tries to get Jennifer Connelly to have a back just like hers. It's very
chilling. She starts piling
She's
stuff on
piling
Jennifer's
stuff
back.
all over her.
She's
and
trying to turn her into one of them.
Yeah, that's the most problematic
One
part
of
of that.
us.
Not
One
Bowie
of
and his
us.
package trying to
Yeah.
hit on
Bowie,
like
listen,
14-year-old
Bowie-
Jennifer Connelly.
Bowie's
You should be gobbling on this.
Bowie's just as God made him. First
Yeah.
Hey man, fuck. I'm all props to
and
Bowie.
second of all, David Bowie is after her, but it's never like they have a dance together, and she's all dolled up and anything.
Yeah.
But the sexual advances are not that big.
No.
There's this thing that I read that David Bowie, because there's all that stuff in the beginning of the movie, and we talked about it on our show at one point,
Okay.
that you can see all the stuff that inspires Sarah's journey through
Yeah,
the
it's all in her
labyrinth.
bedroom.
There's the Hoggle book holder and the fiery stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Evidently, on
And-
the
and-
mirror, there's a playbill
Yeah.
of David Bowie on there.
Shut
Jared.
up. Okay,
Yes.
And
let me
the
look.
theory is
With
it's
her
in
mom.
fact her father.
Oh. That's even
interesting.
weirder now. Thanks for ruining it to a different degree.
It is.
Yeah.
And granted, toward the end, when he's begging her not to say the words, he's like, do as I say and I will be your slave. You know?
Yeah.
That theory kind of falters at that point.
Sure.
But up until that, the thing they really do is just share a dance, and it's not like a dirty dance. It's an elegant. It's an elegant ballroom dance.
Yeah.
It's almost like
It's a
at
lambada.
the wedding. It's a wedding
As
dance,
the
but it could
world
be
falls down,
right. You know, so I always thought that
falling,
David Bowie was the
in
amalgam
love.
of her real dad, but it was her mom that died, right?
It was her mom
she
that
didn't
died.
die.
Yeah.
The mom
Oh,
was
she
the-
left. That's right. She
The
left.
ca- but
She
the dad was
cuckolded the
real.
father
She
with
probably
Bowie.
left with David Bowie, and her
She
dad
did.
remarried
Oh, okay, that's
the wicked
the-
stepmother. That
Then I'm completely wrong.
Yeah.
Watch
Never
the film
mind.
again and actually see if the mom is wicked. 'Cause
Yeah.
she's actually like fairly reasonable.
She is, exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty
Not
wild.
the dog.
Yeah. And I guess it's a deleted scene where Bowie
Yeah.
is teabagging all the Muppets.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
that-
makes it
I
more
mean, but who-
probable.
Well, you know, this movie was written by... The movie was written by Terry Jones of Monty Python, so that doesn't come as any surprise.
I feel like after that.
What'll he do? Nibble your bum?
That Mick Jagger, David Bowie, Dancing in the Streets video.
Sure. Yeah.
This is tame.
You
by
gotta,
comparison.
you gotta watch the video on YouTube of them doing that with the music removed.
You showed me that.
Yeah,
We
it's
saw it.
hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
weird as
hilarious.
shit.
Where
Yeah.
they're just like grunting and squeaking.
Dancing with the meat.
Yeah. Oh my god.
There's a whole Freudian dad thing with the labyrinth. though.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sure.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Sure.
For
That's totally fair.
show.
Okay. So
Anyway, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I don't even.
Bring it back around.
Well, you mentioned David Bowie's package, and that's,
yeah,
that's
and
it.
we just
And we went on for
off.
10 minutes about it.
Let's dance.
Yeah, that's it, eh? Yeah. I'm afraid of Americans.
we're right
oh
here.
my
We're
God.
sitting right here.
Hey, come on.
Too soon.
Yeah.
Come
Yeah.
on, Tristan.
It was
Yeah.
Bowie. He didn't like-
You know, maybe if there's life on Mars.
Chris is like,
then,
they haven't left yet.
Yeah. Okay, so they go through a massive montage, and through their training, through the games, through the
You're the
other-
best around.
Yeah.
nothing's ever going to keep them down. But they also Rutger Hauer loses an eye in one of the matches.
Did he
and
lose
stuff.
an eye or just got an eye injury?
it was destroyed, essentially. I think at some point his buddy, the Armoire, is sewing his eye shut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's destroyed, essentially, yeah. So he loses an eye and stuff like that. And because of this new Quick, because of Joan Chen, Rutger Hauer feels like he wants to go back and try for that league position again.
Sure. He sees potential.
Yeah, potential. And Vincent's there too, but the other two...
Lindo
and the other woman.
Like, her name.
Yeah, they don't want to do it because they feel like they're just going to get punished more.
They're already hurting.
Exactly.
Yeah. Team's not at 100% at this point.
No, not at all.
100%.
Not even close.
But he convinces them to go, and we get to learn a bit more about this world, this society that, the upper echelon, weirdly enough, is down below. They are levels and levels and levels down below.
That's irony right there.
Yeah, right.
Makes you think, doesn't it?
Juxtaposition and oxymoron.
I'm just asking questions.
Like
well, it is filmed in Australia. It's all upside down.
It is. They're all upside down.
Got to go down to go up.
Yeah.
Everything wants to kill you.
That's
there.
what she
the
said.
Plants, the animals.
Everything wants to kill you.
Everything in Australia wants to kill
Welcome
you.
to Murderton. Basically, that whole fucking
I'm pretty sure the clouds can kill you in Australia somehow.
It's true.
It's the acid rain.
That's it. Hey, quick story, hilarious.
No offense to Tristan's wife, by the way.
No.
Or Australians.
Yeah,
well,
in general.
She'll never listen to this show because she has enough of us.
Yes. As a rule.
And I think it's all tuned
and she hates Marc and Brien.
No, right? She loves you guys more than...
as if.
Yes.
Yeah, but...
Well, I'm pretty awesome, so...
You are awesome.
That is...
there you go, ladies.
Positive.
There you go.
But talking about, really quick tangent about, crazy things. One time we were living in our house in Australia, and it was this, single-floor Queenslander that's, post-war Queensland. Old house, anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm watching TV. Jules has gone to bed. Our bedroom is, to the left.
Yeah.
The TV is right there.
Is Indy born at this point?
No.
Okay.
So
I love that you have a child named Indy.
Yeah, that's
named
awesome.
after Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
That's the best.
Oh, and there's
my
another
wife
story
wouldn't let
there,
me get
but,
away with calling Quinn Leia. So
I almost got my son Tiberius.
Same with Scarlett. I tried.
I know.
Was not going to work.
One
that's
day.
awesome.
But my son's name actually is Jack Dawson Ham.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
So he's going to go down with the Titanic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Anyway.
All right,
Okay. So I'm watching TV.
And the TV comes to life and kills you.
And kills
Or
me.
tries
Like
to.
everything in
'Cause
Australia.
it's
Silver
Australia.
Shamrock.
Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Gillian.
Oh, God. Oh, I love it.
Anyway,
sorry. So for real, what?
Yeah.
So for real, I'm watching TV,
Finish
and I look over, and I am uncomfortable around spiders as much as the next person.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh, God.
there was a spider about the size of my hand.
Ooh.
Fuck that.
Crawling
Yeah,
along
yeah.
the wall,
Ew.
and there, but it was a non-poisonous one.
It's a huntsman.
Yeah, it was a huntsman.
Yeah.
And so it was crawling about, and it was massive, and I was paralyzed staring at it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
oh
would have
my
been too.
God. I'm like, and so my mind's going, what am I going to do? Should I get some hairspray and burn it? Should I burn the house?
Yeah.
Should I burn it? Burn the house?
Nuke it from
Look,
orbit.
insurance
Really
money
wouldn't
is
be
going to be
yours.
pretty good in this case. So,
So I'm thinking all these things. And I'm like, how am I going to deal with this? I don't know what to do. I'm staring and I'm paralyzed, sweating.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it crawls about, and then it goes zoop zoop into our bedroom.
What?
Yeah. And I'm like, oh fuck. So I go in. I don't want to wake up Jules, but I'm like,
Yeah.
but it's on her face.
It's on her
It was
face.
a face hugger.
Laying eggs. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Her
So
thoracic cavity has now fully been infected with eggs.
essentially.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I flicked on the lights
Yeah.
and I was like, you have to wake up. There's a fucking spider. I need to kill it
Yeah.
or be killed by it. And so the whole, I spent about probably 4 hours while she's like, I need sleep. While this thing is there and I'm trying to describe it, and she's like, I don't believe you and I don't care.
Yeah.
I just want to sleep.
So
and
you
I,
didn't know where it was.
I
in
never
the bedroom?
found it.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, no.
I
But
ended up
did it get
like,
in her brain? And now that's
Yeah.
who's owning
and
her
it's
body.
still there.
Yes,
It
that's
is, yeah.
It-
Last
it
of Us
shoved its
orchestrating
ovipositor
her.
down your throat and laid its eggs in your chest.
That's it.
But I'm not an alien.
But I'm not an alien. Yeah, that's it.
I'm a replica.
Yeah.
Your kidney now has been removed.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
exchanged.
Yeah. woke up in a bathtub full of ice.
I know, right? Oh my God. So she actually went to bed and she was like, fuck, I don't care, right? But I think I sat down on the couch and probably stared without knowing what was on the TV for the entirety of the night, going, I will never enter that room again.
Yeah.
How much Simon and Garfunkel were you listening to?
Oh, hello, darkness.
Sound of Silence. Yeah,
exactly.
So good. Anyway,
you were watching Arachnophobia at the same time. And
compounding the
you can't even show that in like Australia. It's like forbidden.
No, whatever. It is like a children's show. They're so used to it. They're
that's like public service announcement.
Is that like part of the course in Australia?
Yeah,
like
basically.
arachnophobia? Oh, this is nothing.
Yeah.
We have spiders coming out of our sink on a regular basis.
All the time.
Oh,
yeah. Anaconda is like fine, nobody cares.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Snakes don't bother me.
Yeah.
Spiders don't even bother me really. But if I had seen a spider the size of my head, I would do that. But
sure.
I freeze up and paralyze. Like if a hornet gets in the house.
Oh yeah.
You're talking about a tiny little fucking hornet. I'm telling you, you at least have the excuse. You have the face hugger.
Oh.
I got this. I had a hornet like in my house at night. And it was like crawling along the wall, and I was afraid to go near it. And I didn't know what to do
because they can punish.
So just earlier, my wife texted me to say that there was like this huge ass hornet or bee in the house, and she says it looked like one of those big Africanized deals. She says, I don't know how it got in. She says, but I was able to trap it and get rid of it. She says, but you are never going away again. She says, why does this stuff always happen when you're gone?
Because you planted it.
Yeah, I know.
But I threw that
did.
fucker in the juicer and just like,
yes,
that's it.
I hit that app on my
This is
phone.
from
Release the bees.
Release the bees. Yeah, the dogs with the bees in their mouths. Yeah.
The bees.
Yeah.
I'm feeling bees
They're
today.
stinging my
I know. I love
eyes.
that.
Yeah.
How are you feeling on a scale of Nick Cage?
Bees.
I'm feeling bees today.
Always
Feeling bees.
It's always bees.
Feeling
My
bees.
skull's on fire.
Oh my God.
All right, finish this
Can
synopsis.
I
We're almost
say
there.
very quickly,
one more
though,
thing.
Yes.
The secret to a successful marriage is
Yeah.
one takes care of one phobia, the other I take care of the
yes.
so I'll take
You
care
have to do
of-
trade-offs.
I take care of the spiders.
Yeah.
Sarah takes care of the bees. She's not afraid of
okay.
bees in the
No.
slightest. I got to
Boom.
tip my hat to her because she's not afraid of anything. It's
There you
amazing. But spiders she has an issue with. So
Yeah.
and I have no problem.
I don't
with
like
them.
spiders
so
either.
I'll take care of spiders. So
Yeah.
that's my advice to all you listening out there.
Pick
if
someone who
you're-
can like.
If you're getting married,
Yeah.
you're about to get married, you're engaged. Find out what bug they're not afraid of.
Right.
Find out what bugs they are afraid of, and work out a trade.
Yeah.
And you will live a long and happy life.
Hey man, know your kryptonite.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And find someone
Nice
who
one.
can compliment.
Yeah, I love that.
All right, wrap it up.
Continue.
Okay, I'll wrap this up quickly. So essentially, the team does decide to go and challenge the league team.
Yeah.
The biggest thing, the reason why Rutger Hauer is more afraid to go down there is that he
Yeah.
was actually dispelled from that team because he had
Yes.
a relationship with one of
he's
the
got a
upper
history.
echelon. He does. He slept
Yeah.
with one of kind of like the wife of one of the vampires. And
Oh,
so and that's why, basically. But
Yeah.
he ends up going. They go down and they want to challenge. So they do that. They go in front of the council of vampires there. And
They present
then
all their skulls.
they present
that
their
have.
skulls.
Yeah,
What does
yeah.
Lestat say?
Yeah. So well, Lestat comes in afterward. And it's
Yeah.
like,
He just makes out with everybody.
that's
I'm
it.
too
That's all he does.
fancy.
Yeah. We get to meet the local league, which is like led by Peter Boyle.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
A Peter Boyle lookalike.
Yeah,
And
Aussie
what does
Boyle.
poor man Sean Young say?
Poor man Sean Young, and you called him Swollen Boyle.
That's
Yeah,
Swollen Boyle.
yeah.
You guys came up with the
I was
greatest
calling him
name in the
Lance
world.
Boyle. but
Lance
that's-
Boyle.
That's what you do.
There's a fat Peter Boyle.
Yeah.
Just like kind of like, he's a big
Basically.
muscly
Yeah.
dude. Like
Yeah.
he's
But it's Frankenboyle because he's got like this
Frankenboyle.
like
He
Does
does.
that
the little
He's got
plate
that.
in his head.
Yeah. He's got the cousin Eddie plate in his skull, and you know if that gets dented, Clark, my part just won't look right.
Catherine starts the microwave. I'll piss myself for
Forget who
for
I am for
5
about a
minutes.
half an hour.
Forget
definitely Wapner.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's so good.
yeah, we're there. We're getting there.
yeah.
So they end up actually getting a challenge because Lestat is like, I want them to challenge,
Yeah.
because he wants to see Rutger Hauer punished, and he tells Swollen Boyle that I want you to actually like take out his other eye and
Yeah.
punish him
Right.
and stuff, right?
Yeah, kind of finish him. Not necessarily
Finish
kill
him.
him, but just like hurt him.
Yeah, make him suffer.
Yeah, for sure.
because his like floozy wife, who like is like I don't know, sleeping with everybody. Like,
Yeah.
Whenever somebody's bloody, she goes up and she's like licking
the blood. Yeah.
It's her thing.
Tell me they're not vampires.
That's right. So they get a challenge with the main league. And
Sean Tong.
Sean Tong.
Sorry, keep going.
Good old Sean Tong.
Sorry.
You gotta do what we do. Reverse the first letters of the name, so it would be Yang Sheng.
Right.
Young
Yes.
Shung. Yeah. I was gonna say Sean Hung, but
Sean Hung.
She's transitioning.
Yeah. So
again, too soon.
So they get a challenge with this, and it's unheard of that a new challenger would play the big league team.
Right.
But it's gonna happen anyway. And
so they're asking for how many stones, because the way that you measure time is like how many stones can you actually last.
Stones. Yeah. So it's basically a guy that has got 100 stones and he throws it at some metal.
Yeah. But anyone who lasts longer than 60, I think, is
nobody's actually ever lasted beyond like 30 stones.
Right. Sorry. Thank you.
Yeah. Which is amazing. So in the climax of this film, they actually last 100 stones. So there's 3 rounds of 100 stones.
Right.
They last 100 stones.
Yeah.
Then they go round 2.
Or you can put the dog skull on the spike.
That's
sure.
Or catch the golden
kind of their way
snitch.
of like making a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do. You catch the golden snitch.
Yeah.
So they do.
It is
but
very.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Where J.K. Simmons was part of the
J.K. Rowling.
Rowling.
Simmons is a different dude. Yeah. He's
J.K.
Jonah Jameson.
J. Jonah Jameson is there. He's playing drums.
I don't
symbols.
I don't care how many dog skulls there are. I still want pictures of Spider-Man.
No kidding. He's a menace.
Rutger Hauer is the wall-crawling menace.
That's it. Not quite my tempo.
Nice.
Whiplash.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a good
such a
movie.
good film.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
In Juno. Fuck, he's awesome. Juno.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
So
What's a bad film of his?
holy shit, what's a bad film? Even that shitty rock film where he plays Santa Claus, he's still.
Oh, I haven't
seen that one.
I haven't
seen it.
And there's some funny bits in
Yeah,
that.
is
there Red One, maybe?
Yeah,
it's like Red One.
Yeah,
and
they
it's
came out
fucking
last
terrible, but
Christmas.
he is great.
Yeah.
That's a good point. What's a bad J.K. Simmons film?
I'll kind of go Juno now because it doesn't hold up for me.
Okay.
Like when I was a little younger and had not been a parent for very long, it's one of those things where, oh, this is cool. Look at this rebellious.
Yeah.
She doesn't play by the rules. You know, I'm seeing it through a younger kid's eyes. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah.
Now when I watch it, I'm like, God, these parents are so stupid. This is terrible. Like, what's this girl? Poor girl. You know, it's just a perspective thing.
Right.
Sure.
You know, but I like Jason Reitman. I like Diablo Cody, so I'm not gonna shit all over the movie.
Fair.
Sure.
Well,
sure.
But it's
As
a
a
hard
rule,
watch
though-
for me now, though.
Sure.
But
I don't.
J.K. Simmons is great.
You're going
He
to
is.
see like maybe one or two, maybe like not optimal performances, but generally speaking, he's not too bad.
No.
I think he's pretty solid.
Yeah.
He's great and everything.
Even
the ref.
He'll elevate
he's in
whatever
there.
he's in.
Yeah.
He will elevate because he's such a
100%.
such a good actor.
This is like Hauer in this, like where I gave it a lot more credibility.
Yeah.
He was present.
Exactly.
And he has a stoicism about
Yeah.
it, for sure.
Okay.
Well, Rutger Hauer
Absolutely.
can play a good guy or a bad guy.
Yeah,
he
that's
can
right.
He can look
Yeah.
menacing or he can look heroic.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
He's a
that
very versatile
shows in
actor.
all his movies.
Yeah.
Surviving the Game, where he's hunting Ice-T with like a bunch of people. It's like
Thank you. Finally,
a take on the most dangerous
shotgun.
game.
we've all been thinking it.
What,
Yeah.
I
Suddenly
like
someone did
Ice-T.
it.
No, I'm gonna hunt Ice Cube. All right.
Oh, God.
Okay, after War of the Worlds,
Sure.
Rutger Hauer can take out Ice Cube.
Yeah.
Let's keep Ice-T around. He makes
As-
New Jack.
as
Give him a
it should.
shotgun instead of a lawnmower.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
But
yeah.
he's awesome. Go ahead. I'm
Anyway.
sorry.
Okay, no.
We're almost there.
Okay,
And now we're
going
going to do Turbo Kid after this.
Yeah.
right?
Give,
Oh,
give a
God.
quick synopsis of that.
I'll
one.
give that to you.
You
Yeah.
You've got
give me
5 minutes.
Type 5.
A literally
Type
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 5.
5.
Nice. So they end up playing the team. They survive more than 100 stones. You know, even though the upper echelon the vampires want them hurt, the other team kind of respects them a little bit.
Sure.
So he doesn't actually go and do that. But in the second round, they absolutely dominate the league
Yeah.
team.
Yeah.
So much so that they are able to walk over and plant the dog skull without any difficulty.
So my question was to get back to the stones thing.
Sure.
Is that a stone a second? I didn't look like it. It looked like a stone every
Seemed
5
pretty
seconds.
arbitrary.
Or so.
Like it didn't have a set kind of like.
Yeah. So it was.
Were they looking for beats, like parts of the fight that kind of made it work? And then that's why they like counted it down.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a little weird. You said very arbitrary. Yeah.
Well, and
I'm looking for league rules. I guess, on this.
Yeah. Me too.
Just a way to time keep.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And,
Sure.
And it's kind of dependent on the guy throwing. Like, can he kind of delay it if he wants a certain
I
team
would
to win
think
and
so.
stuff? But I don't know. Maybe there's a whole set of rules for throwers.
Well, we'll have to look at the professional league rules now that it's an actual
we
sport
don't
in
talk
Australia.
about juggers. That's the number one rule.
Yeah,
Sure.
Which my thing was, is jugger short for juggernaut?
Yeah.
Because that would make sense.
I love that theory.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
No one stops the juggernaut.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
Yeah.
That's it, hey?
And that's the film. Because they win.
Yeah, they win. Yes. But the cool thing is that he also, the neat optimism is that at the end, it's not about Delroy or Rutger and their victory necessarily. I think he takes pleasure in the fact that now Joan Chen is now being kind of looked at as the best kind of quick to join a league.
Sure, she's elevated.
Yeah.
In the end,
exactly.
So it's really her story.
It's her story.
Because she starts off as sort of nothing and wants to be recognized, and her parents are very much against this.
Yeah.
And why do you do this?
Yeah.
And then suddenly she's the central character.
She is, and he takes pleasure that now she's kind of the star of that victory, and she's being courted.
Yeah.
And he knows that she's on a good trajectory.
Now, do you guys think that maybe this could have been a franchise that never happened? Do you think that maybe it should have been a sequel?
Oh.
What did it have enough substance though?
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I had never heard of this movie before, but the way it ended,
seems like they were
seemed to
waiting
be
for something more.
So much more to this universe that could have been explored.
Yeah.
If it were nowadays, it would be a series.
It probably would be a series.
It would. It would be something on Amazon Prime.
And you know what? It's probably still not too late to make a series out of this.
To make a series out of this, absolutely.
Especially if this is an actual sport, you know, it's still got relevance.
It does.
Yeah. Let's explore that.
But I will say I'm glad it isn't.
Really?
Yeah, I think the film's great. And I
agree.
There's more stories,
agree.
it's good. But I'm kind of
it's
like
just the way it ended. It just
old
seemed a little
school,
like
old school
open-ended.
movies.
Yeah.
Just I miss movies that just were movies.
Yeah.
Parts
and stopped right where they needed to stop.
Yeah.
Just stop
it. We were
and
joking
let
that it kind of had that Karate Kid ending.
It did.
And then Karate Kid had like how many sequels after
X-Men.
that? 3 or 4.
Yeah.
You know?
As much as I like Cobra Kai because I think it's great.
Oh, Cobra Kai was a fantastic
I
series.
absolutely love
Johnny.
Johnny. And, you know, I do think he was given the shit end of the stick in that movie. I mean, if that hadn't. You know, if Karate Kid was just a Karate Kid movie, it would have been fine. I didn't really need 2 or 3.
But I want more your Hunter of the Future. Like just give me that where it like stops right where it is.
Yeah.
Whatever you've got, that's it. We don't need to go and take this IP and make it something it doesn't need to be.
Yeah.
Agree. Okay.
Like Flash Gordon. Like that. No, never mind. So
Flash Gordon's a great film.
Such a great film.
But we don't need another
but
one.
just as
I
a
don't need
spectacle.
another one.
Yeah.
You know, they've been trying to do so much with that, and they can't because Flash Gordon's just this goofy, lovable thing. And let it, I agree. Let it just leave it the way it is.
Just keep the soundtrack and get rid of everything
There
else.
you go.
I mean, honestly, they should have done it with Highlander, right?
Yes.
Look what happened.
Yeah.
Look what happened with Highlander.
What the fuck?
Nobody can get. Nobody can
wait a
get.
minute.
No one
Highlander
needed a second
Both
movie.
of
No
these
one needed
movies
a
had
reboot.
soundtracks by Queen. Coincidence? I think
Yeah.
not.
No,
I think
100% correlative.
Yeah.
So does A Knight's Tale.
I
wonder.
Yeah.
Trifecta. No, not really.
Shaun of the Dead.
Who's the watcher of that?
Oh, yeah. Who is the watcher of that?
It's always a question.
Alan Tudyk? No,
Yeah.
just asking
Oh,
questions.
yeah. He would be.
Who knows?
He pops up in everything,
He
too.
pops up in everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's Blood of Heroes / Salute to the Jugger.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now the questions you wanted to get to.
Yeah, so I was just saying, like,
And
what,
then I'll do
what
Turbo.
would
Yeah.
you have wanted to see more of, and what needed to be changed? Like, so personally, my opinion is the end needed more. Like, give me something that kind of leads to, like, so to your point, Brian, if there's going to be a franchise, what's that franchise look like, and what's the lead into it?
That's a good question.
Because you can build more.
Right. Does the team go on to bigger and better things? Do they become a part of the league again?
Right.
Are they the ones that other people want to challenge as opposed to wanting to challenge themselves?
Is there a moment with Francis where you just kind of like take this weird
Yeah.
like kind of lead dude and like now what's his stake? Like does he get diminished and then suddenly Hauer is like elevated?
Yeah.
There's lots of things
Yeah,
you could have done with this film.
Hauer could get vindicated.
Well, he doesn't have to fight anymore, right?
No,
like if he actually
he really
has a
doesn't.
rank, he could have like led this team.
Yeah.
But
You
we
mean
don't know.
Rutger Hauer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Swallow.
Yeah, he could become like
Swallow?
he could become like the coach.
That was his
That's
name.
his prison name.
Yeah.
Swallow.
So my thing would have been like so my thing that could have been added was what happens to the team, and the thing I wanted a little bit less of is the montage work.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there was a lot of time that was spent in kind of building this film out a bit further than it needed to.
Yeah.
In just kind of showing this stuff. Like, you could have sort of said, like, hey, look, we could have done, like, 3 fights. Yeah. And then gone straight to, like, hey, look, we're really elevating. Let's go challenge.
Yeah.
And they could have, like, created more momentum and gotten to this part more and maybe developed sort of the underground world more. Like, if you think about, like, what that society was like, I would have loved to see more of that. And they didn't really do as much as they could have. So that would be my criticisms.
Yeah.
What do you think, Brien?
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think that I would love to have seen them explore that a little bit more. Like I said, there was a lot of stuff that I think they can really expound upon.
Sure.
In future films, and even in this one, I would have loved to have seen more of the exploration with the character of I'm sorry, I'm just going to call him Rutger Hauer because I don't remember his name. Swallow. Was it really Swallow?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he has such a great backstory that really wasn't fleshed out. So.
Sure.
Yeah. I agree with you. Yeah.
What do you think, Marc?
I'm gonna say both. I agree and disagree. I agree with you guys. If it were done right, I would want to see more of that.
Yeah.
But because I'm a fan of movies that just remain solo and we get so few of them, I would not want to see this movie butchered into a stupid franchise. And I feel like, despite the ideas that you guys have, I don't know if that would actually come into fruition, and we could probably get like Highlander, where we just get a bunch of shitty stuff.
Yeah, no.
So
Highlander lost its footing really quick.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
while in What If or while in an
amazing.
alternate universe, there are more of these movies and they're great. I don't think I'd want to chance it. I was fine with the way it ended. You guys
same here.
Are absolutely right.
Same here. I agree.
There were many questions left, but there weren't enough for me to be like, oh, that ruins it. It was like,
Right.
all right, well, this is just a story.
Yeah.
One and done.
Make up what you want.
Yeah.
After.
Yep.
Yeah.
And those movies do not come around anymore.
No, I agree.
you're
And
right.
I can't. Honestly, I'm getting fucking tired of it. And I love franchise stuff, but I do miss the days when there was just a movie and it was just one singular movie.
And are we baiting audiences now? Like, are we just trying to see what the reaction is like to see if they want more?
Yeah.
And leave that kind of stuff as like a tease.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need a sequel to The Monkey. I don't need a sequel to
No.
Weapons.
No.
I don't need
There
what
is a
else
sequel
have
to
I seen?
Weapons happening.
I know.
Is
and
there
I don't
really?
want it.
Oh no.
I don't want it.
Sorry,
you're
so
fine
Weapons
with that
and then
movie.
Lethal Weapons?
Lethal Weapons, Weapons 2, Weapon Harder. Like, how are you going to make Weapons 2? Yeah, I don't want.
Senior Joshua is coming, and it's going to be great.
I'll bring it back to horror for a minute.
Sure.
An American
sure.
Werewolf, an American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
Did not need.
Fantastic movie. Did not need that shitty sequel.
Agreed.
Right.
It's
Agreed.
shitty. It's one of my most hated movies.
Yeah.
The Howling.
Yeah.
The Howling. Awesome werewolf movie.
Yeah.
The sequels blow.
Yeah.
Ginger
You know.
Snaps.
Yeah.
Ginger Snaps actually had a good. Ginger Snaps
I like
was
the
a good
Ginger Snaps
trilogy.
Well, the
movies.
first one,
I
yes.
did. I,
You know,
I liked all of them.
I'm going to say the other
Yeah.
two movies were good, but they are not as good as the first.
No,
one.
agreed. But I still think it's a
So
solid
they-
trilogy.
I agree.
I even
they
loved
got
when they
lucky
went
with
back
that
into the
one.
past and
Yeah,
explored.
and that was something different.
Yeah.
But more
Which
often
I
than
liked.
not, it sucks.
Yeah.
You know.
No, agreed. But I think that trilogy was handled really, really well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I applaud that trilogy. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, T?
Yeah, you know what? I like Marc's argument. Actually, I do like it is something that's just kind of a standalone and by itself. Like I love to learn a little bit more about like literally about like Joan Chen, kind of like how she's the way that she was like maybe raised and like her exposure to the sport itself and why, but. Also, we haven't sometimes a default for a lot of films nowadays where we want to over-explain. We want to go too much.
Yeah.
Totally fair.
And it almost feels insulting sometimes to like, we were watching the first thing this morning and fuck, this film is so funny and I like my
Hundreds of Beavers. Yeah.
and my stomach's so sore from laughing.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a good film. It's so funny.
But there's a movie that definitely doesn't need to over-explain.
No.
What you get is what you get.
Simplicity.
No. And I would never want another one.
No.
I don't
One and
need
done.
that.
Again, perfect.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't, capture lightning in a bottle twice.
Yeah,
You really
sure.
can't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know.
And Hundreds of Beavers is one of those,
That's it.
those moments where, that's it. It's perfect in and of itself.
So funny, but even in Hundreds of Beavers, there was a couple of things where, like he was looking at like the outline of something in the snow and things like that, and it felt like they needed to kind of like drift in what had actually been there. The sack of beavers.
Yeah. But they get back to it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's fine. But it's just like, you know what? We can figure it out.
Sure.
Give us, actually let us figure things out.
Yeah, don't dumb it down.
Yeah.
I get it. But to his credit, it is kind of a cartoony movie.
Sure.
You know, it's very simplistic in the way the story is told.
But do you feel like that's the fear now? Like that we have to give people explanations because we don't give people enough credit?
I mean, I think, yes, in certain situations, but not when it's applied to Hundreds of Beavers.
No.
I think with Hundreds of Beavers...
You know your audience already going
That is it. It's a 1930s cartoon come to life.
Oh, genius.
You know, and I love it. And I'm glad you liked it, too, because you had never seen it before this morning.
I thought it was unbelievably funny.
Because I was worried. I didn't hear too much laughing from you at one point. I'm like, I think I've lost Chris.
No.
I'm gonna be cowering when I show Night of the Creeps later.
No,
it's gonna be amazing.
I'm looking forward.
Sir, Mark, I wanted you to share the menu for the rest of the evening.
Yeah.
Just so that people kind of know what we're kind of doing.
We're in store for.
We do have a lot that we're doing tonight.
Well, Mark's pulling that out.
I'll save it for the end. You guys do what you gotta do.
Just quickly, I got to say about Hundreds of Beavers, and I'm gonna expose this. I'm gonna expose Chris.
Oh,
ta-da!
Too late. Get in line.
Yeah, and I love this that I know this about you, and you're very open about it. Is that one of your go-to easy laughs? The things that you love is whenever there is a switch over for a dummy.
Oh yeah!
Oh my God!
Something.
It's my fucking favorite
Chris.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God! That is to me is the height of comedy.
It is.
And then suddenly
it
got so delivered. I'm like, oh my God! This is the richest, most delicious thing.
I mean that comes from a lot of the Zucker stuff, but also most
definitely like Pink Panther.
Pink Panther.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Peter Sellers movies.
And Top Secret. There's lots of great dummies.
I got to credit my parents for introducing me to the Pink Panther movies as a kid because we would go see those all the time.
So showing Chris Hundreds of Beavers, knowing that the substitutions for dummies, I was just
people
this
in the
is his film.
Yeah. That's my catnip.
Yeah.
That was perfect. So you had nothing to worry about. Trust me, I was going to get there.
So good. Yeah. I'm glad you loved it.
It did.
So
good.
So what's the menu, Mark?
I was pulling. I thought you were.
That's okay.
No. We just went on another one of our little tangents.
So we have on tap. Here's what's happening. We have Invasion USA.
Oh, man.
We haven't even tapped that yet, have we?
No.
Holy fuck, we're going to be up till 5 in the morning.
Hey, we're all going to be together till about, noon or 1 o'clock tomorrow. So we've got plenty of time, even if we don't get to it all today.
We have to get rid of one we can. However, Blood and Heroes is done.
Yes.
Superman, we're watching a good movie that we all love.
Yeah.
Sure.
Chris wants to. That's going to be our supper meal. So when we're done with this, we'll
order pizza. Yes.
Watch Superman. And then we have a great lineup. We have Night of the Creeps, which I'm showing Chris because Chris has not seen this yet.
Nor have I.
Night of the Creeps.
I've only seen bits and pieces
you
of it.
Quote that line from Tom Atkins all the time.
Yeah, because of you. Thrill me.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Oh, I love your adaptability.
No.
Oh, now I'm
Mark,
really
I said
scared.
this morning, the only movie that's on your list that I have seen is Superman.
You did say that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So all of this is...
Oh, God, now I'm under pressure.
No, man.
I may have to... Okay,
it's
here
all
we
been
go.
gold.
No.
Tom Atkins.
We're going to have
help
a
me
ball.
out. Well, there's something wrong with you if you don't like this movie.
I love this film.
So we also have... So I got Tristan. Tristan's on my side. So we'll see if we can convert 2 more. And then after that, we have Heavy Metal 2000, which none of us have seen.
None of us have actually seen.
Sweet.
So I'm very
But we're all
excited
fans
for
of the original Heavy Metal
Absolutely.
movie.
Oh, my God.
The original.
Pivotal.
John Candy. Come on.
It's a Canadian production, too.
It is, dude. Nirvana.
Yeah,
Okay,
Nirvana.
That's right. Yeah.
And then we've all seen
Who
this.
also did the animation for the Star Wars Holiday
Yes,
Special.
which I have more respect now after watching.
And the
Heavy
movie
Metal.
Rock and Roll.
Yes.
Oh my
We
God.
watched the fuck.
That's when we're going to cover
I
soon.
have that movie on my Amazon.
We have it on VHS.
Another apocalypse.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we'll wake up to that one tomorrow.
So we are, and I guess because we've seen it all a dozen times, we're going to watch and probably sack out to Mystery Science Theater, the movie.
Yes.
What a
Unless it keeps us awake laughing. And that's it for tonight, but I'm sure it'll spill into tomorrow. We do have some hours before everybody goes their separate ways.
100%.
We have
probably time to fit in a movie tomorrow.
Yeah.
Too,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah, Mark and I have a 9-hour drive tomorrow to get back
Exactly.
to the States.
Yeah.
But you know what? It does not matter because this is amazing.
This
So
is
we're going to
amazing.
keep it going. And,
Yeah.
and we went out and we went to baseball games.
Yeah,
so
we did.
I
Good friends.
have
Yes.
I have no problem spending the rest
Tristan,
of my time in the
Mark.
hotel room.
Yeah.
Just saying that.
It's been a hell of a weekend.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So happy.
I got a good workout this week. I got the fitness rings on my phone.
Yeah,
to
you
prove
do.
it.
Been doing a lot of walking around the city.
Yep.
Yeah.
Christopher
So-
walking.
Yeah, Christopher walking.
That's
We're
what
going
I
to throw
do.
you out a
I'm
bigger
here
window.
in Toronto.
Okay, everyone's impression? Yeah.
In Toronto.
In Toronto.
Yeah.
We're doing. I don't do Christopher
That's-
Walken.
Yeah.
I'm not,
You don't do it.
I'm not
Yeah.
good.
But you do.
I don't know what to do.
What do you mean?
I can go okay if I do the monologue from True Romance.
Perfect.
There you go.
Sicilians are tremendous liars, the best. What we got is we got a lot of show and tell. You're showing me everything, but you're telling me nothing. I know you know where they went, and I want you to tell me where they are because what I have to give you now is just as good, and believe me, it's never going to get any better. That's the best I can do. I'm a little slosh, so...
No.
that's awesome.
Between that and the Hopper, like that's one of my
That
favorite
is the
exchanges.
best
Holy
scene in
fucking
that whole
wildly
movie.
good.
You know, I love that whole fucking movie. I
Same.
love everybody in that movie.
Same.
But when those two titans are in that scene together,
Yeah.
you do not want that movie to end.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's just
Nope.
both of them are fantastic.
Awesome.
I absolutely love
Awesome
that.
stuff.
Amen.
You're
All right. So
all right.
I know we're running long, but I'll go
No,
through
no,
Turbo
by all
Kid
means,
if that's
let's
okay.
turbo. We're doing good.
then I want you to do turbo speed on Turbo
Speed.
Kid.
Turbo speed on Turbo Kid.
Hit the turbo button.
You said like a tight 5. I'll do it in
Yeah.
a tight 4 minutes and 59 seconds.
Do it up.
Oh, you're the best.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Who's better than you?
No one.
No one.
No one.
Only you on a better day.
Yeah.
Hey.
I love it.
Hey.
Hey. Huh? So much fucking.
No kidding. No.
I can't say that
Coming
part.
back.
I don't want to offend anybody, but
No.
I know where you're going with that.
Yeah.
All I can say is you're a cantaloupe. That's
Yeah.
all I can say.
You're an eggplant.
You're an eggplant. And the laugh.
Oh, no kidding. I'm going to kill the shit out of you.
But they're having this
Imminently. Oh, I know. Oh,
man.
God.
But he knows.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
He already
Yeah.
knows what's going to happen. Like Hopper's already. He knows
Come to
what's gonna
terms with
happen.
it.
Yeah,
that he's
yeah.
going to get
So-
fucking murdered.
Oh,
Absolutely.
awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, before we get into your synopsis, can
Yeah.
we just take a really quick break?
Yeah, pee break?
My bladder is about
Okay,
to
break.
let's
explode.
do it.
Yeah, we're going to take
All
5.
All right, we'll be right back
A
after
quick 5.
a word from our sponsor.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
All right. So are we back?
Yeah, let's get back.
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
get back to
let's
it.
do it.
All right.
Yeah,
all right. So Turbo Kid.
Yeah.
Movie number 2.
Yeah.
Movie number 2. Weirdly enough, the first movie we watched. So
Right,
it doesn't
yeah.
matter. But this
What
is
is
a film.
time?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a
You're
film.
out of order. The movie's out of order.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
whole podcast
This
is out of order.
The men's room is out of order.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. I just backed it up.
Back that up.
I did. Hey, cut
Oh,
it out.
we've all punished that toilet.
Yeah,
There
we
are,
have.
yeah,
Oh.
4 gentlemen eating a lot of meat snacks
Yeah.
and a lot of booze.
Yeah.
And one
It's-
toilet.
yeah.
It's,
The Mount
It's not pretty.
Vepuvius of
Mount
like,
Vepuvius.
Yes.
I like that.
there's an eruption.
The
of
eruption,
scent.
yeah.
Yeah, it's,
the eruption.
It just blows.
you're
Yeah.
telling me,
blows.
my son,
This
Chip,
lava
Yeah.
this way.
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
my legacy.
Chip.
Forgive me
Legacy.
for giving back.
What
Yeah,
did
yeah.
Curiosity do
Santa
to
Claus.
the cat?
Afraid not.
That's it.
I wish I could give more
that
than
was
just
great.
expensive balls. Bruce,
Genius.
Selena, Kyle, you're fired.
You're fired.
And Bruce,
Yeah.
why are you dressed up like Batman?
Yes,
Because he is Batman, you idiot.
Was Batman.
It's,
Bang.
it's, Is there like a
push her out of a higher window?
Sexier fucking Catwoman?
Oh, no.
Yeah,
No.
There isn't. No, there is not. There is not. There has not been a sexier nor a better one. I'm gonna.
You'll die on that hill.
I will die on that hill.
No.
I think we all will.
Plant your flag. That's a good one.
That's it. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Derek's rolling in his grave. Oh, he's still alive. Sorry. No.
No, I think Derek would agree, right?
I think he would agree.
Yeah, you had a whole.
I think
so.
All the dads.
So look,
kind of.
I want to talk
that.
a little bit about Halle Berry.
Okay.
And how she is really.
Oh, I prefer
she's,
you.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm gonna punch you in the dink
fucking
when you're
terrible.
sleeping. Yeah.
Please do.
Yeah.
Deservedly so.
Yeah.
She's awful.
No kidding. So the best Electra. No. Okay.
Electra cute?
I suppose.
Can we just put Garner up to like no?
I know.
A diodes?
No. She was fine. Anyway.
She was fine.
Jennifer Garner in Wolverine Deadpool
was great.
She looked
sure. Ironically,
you're right.
Everything's great. Ironically,
Ironically, I think she looks better with age. She's one of those people.
Oh,
The
you know
older
what?
She gets, the
so
better
so
looking
that I
she
do
is.
agree with. She's a lovely lady.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. What's in your wallet?
Not her.
Oh,
it's okay.
Capital Fun.
Sarah listens to the show, so I love you, honey.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
There are no
Jennifer
other women
Garner
other than
is
yourself.
A beast. She's terrible.
Yeah.
What's
Okay.
with her disfigurement? Continue.
Turbo Kid.
No,
Turbo
Turbo
Kid. So
the
we watched
turbo
this film.
wins speed. Go.
That's right.
Yes.
We watched this film first, and so I'll give the quick synopsis here.
Okay,
please.
The wonderful thing is that way back when, this was one of the films I had sent to you guys. I would love for you to do. You know, I think you guys mentioned you had a lot of people kind of go like, "Oh, do this film, kind of thing." So I've always been like, if I'm honest, secretly hoping that one day you guys would do this film.
Sure.
November's coming up. We'll do it. We'll talk about it now, but
Yeah.
talk about it in
Sure.
November. If I get my Halloween 3 in October, you get Turbo Kid in November.
All right.
So we
How
can
do I
make that
earn
trade.
this?
We can make that like philosophical.
You know me, I love bargaining.
Exchange. Sure.
It's the Italian in me. Everything's in a bargain. Nothing's for free.
That's it.
Okay.
All right.
This is the tariff. Of, like, coming in.
Exactly.
You got to pay to get access.
Yeah.
Done.
Mark's gonna make you an offer you can't understand.
I can't understand. Yeah.
Basta, I see you say you want me to wait, go to November. Use the schedule. Make talk Turbo Kid.
It's a big, beautiful film. It's going to be wonderful.
I have yet to hear anything.
They show it in China.
About Halloween 3.
Nice.
Oh, 3 geeky dads. So.
But honestly, like Halloween 3 is a great film. I'm actually really excited to tackle it.
Excellent.
I wanted to.
All right, and we will tackle Turbo Kid.
Okay,
Nice.
Okay.
Which is what we're talking about now. So
Yeah.
you're going to get to the opinions already.
Yeah, we get to do this now. I love that Mark's already seen it. And that was awesome. It's a film that I love it because it was and like I said, we held off telling you guys that it was actually filmed in 2015.
Yeah.
Kind of thing because it captures 80s kind of like
it had
tropes.
such a vibe.
It's
Tropes.
very much.
It had
so
such a vibe.
All of it.
Yeah.
100%.
Perfect. The fact that everybody in the film is riding BMXs.
Yeah.
You know,
doing stunts.
And doing stunts.
Yeah.
So good.
You know, he's got a
the
cassette
weapon
player.
is like a power glove.
It's a power glove.
The helmet is something out of like photon or laser tag.
Yeah.
The villain's got the eye patch, and that's all he needs. The music is 80s. The title sequence is 80s.
Like
got
you were
kind
saying,
of
the
an M.
credits
Bison
and
kind of feel to him.
Yeah.
Like, it is very rich in 80s kind of like sensitivities for sure.
There was so much that it really captures of the 80s there, but again, like in a way that is like honors it, and I love that so much.
Yeah.
You know? And
but what a weird collaboration between Canada and New Zealand. Like interesting. Like what were the impetus? Like I would love to know the backstory about it, but it was really fun to watch.
It was, and obviously Michael Ironside and the Frederick the arm wrestler. He's actually like a fairly predominant Aussie actor.
In arm wrestling?
In arm wrestling, no.
He did the Australian Over the Top.
Yeah, right. No, but he's in that series Wentworth.
Oh yes,
on Netflix.
Okay. Yeah,
That's an Aussie series about an Aussie prison.
Sure,
it's really good. It's a good series, but so he's a prominent actor. He might be Kiwi. I'm not sure, but so anyway. This film is just like it was fun and it was exciting, and again like it hit everything that I loved. And so I really wanted again my friends to be able to kind of like dissect it and talk about it.
Sure. But they couldn't be here, so we had to watch it.
That's
there it is.
So I had to
we had Paul Rudd lined up.
We had
That's
Paul
right.
Rudd. I had to take a mulligan on this, and so
Noonan.
yeah. But okay, I'll go through the synopsis quick, and we'll talk about it a little bit.
Finally?
Could I finally? I know I've been like leading up to it like
for the last half hour.
Yeah, essentially. Okay, so this film again, it takes place. You can tell that it was kind of like, because of it was like meant to be made in the 80s, which it very much captures. But it's talking about a post-apocalyptic world of 1997, where everything's poisoned, water is scarce, and people are scavenging and just barely surviving and things like that.
Right.
Focuses on this kid. And we never learned his name.
Yeah, it's true. We didn't, did we?
No.
Yeah. He's called the Kid.
Yeah.
Or eventually he is Turbo Kid.
Sure.
Right? And so we get to learn that like he is scavenging every day, surviving.
Yeah.
And the society itself, the only thing that survived is like little knickknacks and BMXs, essentially. So he's on bicycles. We get to find out that
his Walkman is also very much alive.
Oh yeah,
very much.
Yeah.
Well, for a while
until the batteries
run
out.
Yeah. So he scavenges every day, and he's mapped out like areas that are dangerous. Obviously, like we find out why they're dangerous because like there's heads on pikes and such things like that.
Sure.
And so we learned that, he's mapped out with the danger zones, but he's constantly scavenging and surviving kind of thing. And so whenever he finds like items of interest and stuff like that, he takes them back to really the most nearest settlement, which is run by like Canadian Hank Azaria.
Yeah.
Sure. So he takes stuff there, and there's like rough and tumble people there where he sells his goods for different things. But he's also obsessed with a comic book character that actually turns out to be like a real
like a Power Ranger of
sorts. Exactly.
Turbo Man.
Yeah.
We also get to find out that in this society there is like a kind of like, I guess, a rough and tumble arm wrestler character named Frederick the Arm Wrestler.
Sure.
Yeah.
But that's like kind of like the collateral too, like being able to be a good arm wrestler even amongst the big baddie, which is Michael Ironside.
Yeah.
He still has like cachet.
Yeah, exactly. So he's known again as this other kind of like big badass, and so he arm wrestles people and pushes them into these brands. Basically. And like they show the brand on a few people that have tried
they have
to
it on the back of their hands if they lose.
When they lose. But it's always in good fun. And he takes on like the villain of Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Right.
Basically. And
Kalima.
But
Shakti Day.
Kalima. Yeah.
He's got a lot of heart.
Anam Shiba. Yeah, a lot of heart. He has lots of hearts.
Okay. Squeezing in his fist.
Yeah, basically. So he, we get to learn a little bit about that society, the goods and service kind of trading and stuff like that. He's obsessed. He's got a little bunker. And throughout the film we get little flashbacks about how he kind of ended up there and some of the things. But we also learn that there is a person that owns this territory.
Zeus.
Yeah, right. Played by Michael Ironside.
Ironside, who wears a helmet for all of 10 seconds.
Right, he did.
It's obviously uncomfortable because the moment he can take it off, he does.
He can't keep that on for very long. It doesn't fit his face very well.
He's got a lot of toadies, but one in particular is his second in command is a guy who never speaks, but he's wearing like kind of like this
Aztec skull.
Right. A metal monkey Aztec skull.
Thing.
But he also has a which has
saw blade,
but multiple buzz saws. That he can kind of make spin, and he can use it as a weapon, or he can launch it.
Yeah, he can launch them. Yeah, they shoot out of his gauntlet.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
But he's kind of a cool character. He never talks, but he's always kind of like panting. He's very Blanca-esque.
Yeah. He's very excitable.
He's very excitable.
Yeah.
He's ADHD like us.
Sure.
So
I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh, squirrel.
Pretty much.
Shiny.
What am I talking about? No. So there's shiny. So shiny. Anyway, so there's that character. There is a whole cast of different characters and things like that. But essentially, Zeus is sometimes making power moves. We get to also find out that Zeus has captured Frederick the arm wrestler's brother.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is because he is asserting his power.
Yep.
But also he has invented a machine that can convert people into water. And you nailed this a few times. Like Tank Girl-esque.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Juice Weasel.
The Juice Weasel.
Juice Weasel, yeah.
Patented. Yeah, trademark. Trademark Juice Weasel. To Juice Weasel, that's maybe one of the businesses that is.
Yeah.
We could definitely sponsor. Be sponsored by Juice Weasel.
Yeah, that's it.
Human edition.
Yeah, that's it. Hey. Need clean water, can't get it.
No.
Juice your friends and you'll get down.
I feel
shits.
you missed like water and slaughter. There was a rhyme word you just kind of.
I
like,
know water slaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was an easy option.
Make
Low-hanging
a point
fruit,
to
really.
slaughter.
Yeah.
Turn your friends into water. So basically, the kid, the trouble kid, he's existing and things like that. He gets to meet this other person named Apple. This girl.
Yeah. Kind of cute.
Kind of cute,
Yeah,
but
insanely cute. She
is.
You know,
She
to
had
me,
those big wide eyes.
Yeah.
There was
You
a
see too much
Harley Quinn
white-
in the making.
Yes.
with her.
Kind of, yes.
That-
Absolutely.
She would be
if there's a fan casting going on,
Sure.
I'd like to see a Harley Quinn
Yes.
with her. I think she would nail it.
Yes.
What I love about her is that she's hilarious.
She did the very good job of otherworldliness without being
She
able to
did.
put a finger on it. Like I didn't think that she was sorry, spoiler. She's a robot.
She's a robot.
Right.
But
yeah.
I didn't think that at first. I was just like, there's something wrong with her.
Right.
But she played it really well.
Yeah.
It's well, she can be adorable. She can be cute. She can be funny, but she can be scary.
She was also terrifying.
When she starts going after people and those eyes get wide and that mouth open, she looks scary.
When she kicks the shit out of him in that 1-3 move sequence, I was like, okay, there it is. You've got chops.
Eyes, throat, genitals.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
and she's got her gnome stick. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
That's also on my checklist of ladies.
Yeah.
Do you have an Adam's apple? Okay, we're out. Eyes.
All right, you primitive screwheads. This is my gnome stick.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my god. I fucking love it. So
Into the pit.
into the pit. I think
You filthy sons of whores.
Yeah. I think your last podcast you had was a Dean on it.
Yeah. Yeah, we
and
did.
he was talking about revisiting Ash versus Evil Dead.
Yes.
Stuff,
Yes.
right? So,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
It's a great show.
I do all the time. It's such a good show.
If I could, one person I would love to meet from any sort of genre, Campbell.
Yeah.
I think he'd be like, have a night out, have a supper with that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck, would he be so much fun and just like so real. And yeah.
I'd probably tell like Tito's story from New York.
Oh,
right. When he bumped
Fucking
into
blew
him.
him off because of the security.
Yeah.
Screw those guys.
Yeah.
And I love that line. I'm not giving out handshakes, or not giving out signatures, but I'm giving out free handshakes.
Yeah.
What a cool dude.
What a line.
Could have been worse.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
Yeah. That's so cool.
No,
Sorry,
he
he's
does
giving
seem
out
like a
hand
cool
jobs?
guy.
He was handing out hand jobs.
Hand job. Yeah.
Tito got a hand job from Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
This is the Necronomicon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
A tight five.
So, a really tight five.
Tito showed him his boomstick. That's it.
Groovy.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Gooey.
He got a hail.
Gooey.
Gooey. Hail to the king. Yeah. So
I'm going down. I'm going up. This works on so many levels. Please continue. Sorry.
So many levels.
Sidetracking the shit out of
He
this.
got some sugar, baby. Yeah. So, oh my God. Okay. So, Apple and Turbo Kid, like she slaps a
tracker
locator
on
yeah,
him.
Yeah.
And he goes back to his bunker and he realizes this and he tries to take it off, but he gets electrocuted.
Right.
At the same time, Frederick, the arm wrestler, takes his crew to go and try to find his brother. They go into this wasteland, and there's a great scene where he's like, I gotta take a piss. And he's going for a whiz, and his second in command is right beside him.
So while the rest of these guys are casted as Canadians, and it's filmed in Montreal.
That's right.
There's one
obvious Aussie.
Yeah, for sure.
But
what I like about this is they've already got a lot of good splash blood. And splash,
oh my God.
effects.
The blood effects in this movie was off the charts.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like immediately super fun, and again an homage to like that '80s kind of style.
Yeah.
Over the top.
Gallons and gallons.
For sure.
Of fake blood.
More than once I said like this is a Raimi-esque.
Yeah.
It's real to it.
It's Raimi Evil Dead 2 gore.
Yeah.
Correct.
Good call.
100%.
Beautiful. That kill where his toady gets the saw blade through him and blood is pouring out. But then
while he's taking a leak.
Is amazing.
He falls down and you can see his whiz.
Like spraying straight up in the air. His bladder is still functional.
Yeah.
It's so
His
good.
spleen, not so much.
Not so much. No. Oh my God, it's so funny. And so, Frederick gets captured. We then get to find out that Apple has tracked Turbo Kid to his lair, and they have a wonderful interaction, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And again, we get to see her kind of otherworldliness.
Sure.
And he through this interaction, he's like, "Hey, I've got to go scavenging," and she comes along.
Mm-hmm.
So he starts teaching her his rules of how the wasteland works. You got to do this, rule 1, rule 2, blah, 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 blah. You need a helmet, you need a weapon, you need water.
Yeah.
So that's where she gets the gnome stick,
which
is literally like a gnome, duct taped to a baseball bat.
Right.
And so they have this wonderful playfulness about them. And you kind of learn a little bit about her, but you're not entirely sure what her deal is.
Right, exactly.
Kind of thing.
Right now we're thinking she's just a little clingy, a little insane-y.
Sure.
Yeah. Like my last friend, he died, and they showed her talking to a corpse as she meets Turbo Kid.
Yeah.
So it's like, is she all there? What's going on?
You also kind of learn that she's from across the wasteland too.
Yeah.
That's also an unknown territory for this whole kind of discussion, but you know that's part of the danger zone.
Right.
That's right.
Yes, thank you, Kenny
Loggins-esque.
Loggins. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. There is a highway to it too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah, I
did. I love that.
You never leave your wingman.
Yeah.
No.
I got your back, Goose.
That's it.
Nobody had Goose's back. He died.
I know.
Spoiler.
And Hollywood is always hard for some reason. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, so
speaking of Wolfman,
yeah,
going.
Oh, it's Wolfman.
That
was Hollywood.
That's
Hollywood.
Back.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. Someone's hard. That's all I know about.
In Hollywood, someone's hard.
Someone's hard.
Yeah.
Well, that's the cocaine.
Yeah. So he has a couple of moments where he gets knocked out now and again, and the biggest thing is that you get to find out that his parent, he had this, he was in the wasteland with his parents,
right?
And his mom was giving him cool little
how to adjust his BMX.
Yeah.
The Viewmaster thing.
Yes, the Viewmaster. Yeah,
that's right.
That was his big thing.
That was his big thing, and stuff like that.
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
And then along came Anakin or the Sand People and killed Shmi.
That's it?
Oh, no.
Pretty much, yeah.
But
his midichlorian count was so high.
But Turbo Kid and his mother were, controlled by Watto for a long time.
How much canon references give me
the Turbo Kid?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah.
Hey, you do the mind trick on me. Yeah. Who is our Golan and
you do a 360.
Yeah, mind tricks don't work on me. Only money.
I have a movie I sell to you.
Yeah.
It is called Invasion USA. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So
more action, more booby.
More boobs, huh?
You're a Skeletor, but I've got the bone.
Yeah, I know. I am director now.
We put boobs on Superman.
Yes.
Quest for Peace needs more boobs on Superman.
Quest for a piece of ass, huh?
I'd love to see Shipwreck.
Too much. Anyway, keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so
skip ahead.
Skip ahead.
Yada.
Meanwhile, so Frederick and Zeus kind of go at each other, and because Frederick is such an imposing figure, he's a massive guy.
Yeah.
We
Great
think
arm
that
wrestler.
exactly. He's going to kind of own the thing. So he kind of punishes his subordinate there a little bit, the guy in the iron mask.
Right.
But we find out that he can't actually do anything to Zeus. Zeus is actually quite powerful.
Sure.
And then Frederick loses a hand.
Yeah.
Right? He gets a cut off from his toady there. Yeah. While this is all going.
They pull a total Jamie Lannister on this guy.
They do, yeah.
Yeah. While this is happening, good old Turbo Kid is also with Apple. They're kind of having fun and She gets captured. She gets put into a net by some dude.
Right.
And so he runs away. He escapes, but he ends up falling off his bike and then falling into this underground bunker.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's a ship or bunker, whatever. While that's happening, she's captured, but he then discovers that he is in the ship, I think, of
Turbo Man.
Turbo Man,
actual Turbo Man that the comic books are based off of.
Yeah, we've got this.
Greetings, Starfighter.
That's it.
Yeah.
A little bit of that, right? Chosen One.
Yeah. But that's where he discovers the armor and specifically the glove, which is able to send out a pulse beam of death.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
But you can also get Yoshi and all the other things that you get from like.
That's right.
Well, that's it.
And if you know the Contra code, you can get like up, down,
down. Yeah,
right. A, select start. Yeah.
There you go.
And and so Fred Savage's brother is really angry, but he still manages to
power glove.
Yeah. But he gets this, and he realizes the power of it, and so he has to go and save Apple, who he's now,
smitten with.
Exactly.
Isn't that Tim Cook's job? Like he's supposed to be doing that, saving Apple.
Saving
Tim Cook, no, too real.
Deep cuts.
Yeah.
Deep cuts.
Right.
Yeah. You're making a pie here. An apple pie.
Well, just produced in the U.S. and it's going to be fine.
He's a PC. She's a Mac.
That's right.
Nice.
Wait, which one's
he's
Justin
the Mac Daddy
Long again?
Yeah, I know, right?
Nice. We then go get back to Zeus's palace there, and he's put Frederick, the arm wrestler, some like unknown nobody, and Apple in this ring.
Yeah.
And he's also put in there all his like biggest toadies. Some guy from like Silent Hill who's going to hammer.
Sure.
You know.
Sack face guy.
Sack face, basically.
There's like a Casey Jones reject in there.
Sure.
And
Jones reject.
Rob Zombie looking one in there.
Yes.
It's the arena scene. It's the big fight the bad guy arena.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to take down 90s villains, it's all the guys who were like high profile at that time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Again, like I feel like they actually were intentional in a lot of this. And
you have to feel for sure.
I love that. So they find out
Dragula.
Oh, hey.
They're going to find out that they're going to get basically slaughtered by these like toadies and then put into the machine to be turned into water.
Right. Yeah.
And but Turbo Kid arrives, but his glove is out of charge, and so he's unable to really like save everybody. So he gets pushed into the pit as well.
Right.
They fight. I love like Apple's first move. Like they're like, okay, we gotta attack these guys like and surprise them. She's like, fuck it, okay. Then she just goes off and just beats the shit out of one guy.
Yeah.
Love that. But the fight ensues. The other like guy they're with slips and falls and stabs himself in the eye.
Yes. That's Todd.
Yeah.
That's Todd.
That's the he
Todd.
fails. There's a Todd or a Ted
Yeah.
who has one job and just fails right away. And
Miserably.
Miserably. He's the Michael Rappaport of the group. Whatever.
He's the Donald Logue.
There it is.
We've had a lot of great talk about how much we hate Donald Logue.
Yeah.
As a rule.
Yeah.
This weekend.
I feel like I have to hate him. I don't mean to hate him.
Yeah.
No, but he always picks
sure
shit.
he always
shit to be hated.
play a shit heel.
The only thing we've got so far as a supporting like counter is Dow of Steve.
Yeah.
That's right.
But we have to show that to you guys.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, not tonight though, because
No. We've got a really juicy lineup. We're not going to
that's
mess
right.
with
That's
it.
right.
That's next trip.
Next trip.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll go really quick here. So we got they fight and they manage to escape. The clutches, they think that Frederick is dead, but he's not. But basically, Apple and Turbo Kid basically get away.
Yeah.
And they're being pursued. But in this...
Apple gets shot.
We get to learn that she's actually like a robot.
Right. Yeah, she's not human.
Yeah. And she's got like an arm kind of like heart thing.
Yeah, like a video game.
Yeah,
totally.
Like Mario
Zelda.
Brothers.
Oh,
seriously, like extra lives.
Yeah.
So he learns that about her, and that to save her, he needs to go to this like android graveyard that is in this toxic area.
Yeah.
You go down the one pipe that you have to like go through.
Yeah.
You can jump down and then
There's a bunch of coins you have to get. Sure. Couple of Koopas.
It's World 3-2. Yeah.
It's underwater, but you can only get there by jumping off a certain diagonal.
But you can fire fireballs in the water and they don't go out.
They don't go out.
Figure that out.
Yeah.
Physics don't matter in the underwater world.
No.
It's video game
Much
logic.
like Waterworld itself, which is like a very strange, what the fuck is happening?
What is
right?
going
Please
on?
keep going. Sorry, we're tangent crazy right now.
They go there, but Zeus and the crew follow them there, and they end up cutting off Apple's head.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind of thing. And so Turbo Kid actually goes into the toxic area to find another android body to put her on. And so he finds one before he passes out and duct tapes her into
her head, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is how science works.
Which is
Yeah.
science.
That's just science, baby.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. We think he's dead, but he actually gets saved by Frederick, the arm wrestler, who's right there to get another hand.
Right. Yeah.
It's Bruce Campbell, Army of Darkness metal hand.
For sure.
Exactly.
But which is pretty groovy.
It's
very
groovy.
Yeah.
We find out more about Turbo Kid's past.
Sharp
that his-
smart. Sharp and smart.
You got that? Now I
so
swear.
the next one of you, even
Primitive
primates,
even touches me.
That's it. Yeah.
So Turbo Kid's parents are they're dead.
Have had exchanges with Zeus in the past.
Yeah,
like so you kind of
Zeus and Turbo Kid
have a history.
They do have a history.
For sure.
Yeah, we learn in a flashback.
That's right. His mother is killed by the toady. His father is killed by
Zeus himself.
But Zeus loses an eye because his mother shoots him with a crossbow.
Right,
Dude, badass women in this movie.
I know.
Totally.
In both movies, we've had badass women.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
So let's
Think
talk about
that.
this. I think as one of the sort of takeaways later is what is the role that ladies play in some of this, and the fact that maybe like, especially from like Blood of Heroes, you know. Joan Chen actually really takes a very prominent role. But think about another post-apocalyptic film where females have that kind of thing, and I think that becomes more of like Furiosa, but less so of like the original Mad Max films.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get on it.
I would say, there's two films I can think of right away about what's with like strong female leads. I'll talk about.
Are we talking about the Thunderdome?
Well, no, but
eventually gets
that's
there,
a good
right?
one too.
That's a good one too. I was thinking of a movie with I think it's actually Kate Beckinsale called Apocalypse.
Okay.
Oh.
Where it's a post-apocalyptic and she's got a cybernetic eye kind of thing. I don't know. If
I
you remember
don't
that,
think I've
but,
ever seen this.
Kip.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Okay.
But Resident Evil too.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the Frederick the arm wrestler and Turbo Kid basically are like, you know what, we need to stop Zeus, and so we're gonna make a stand. So they go and they make a stand where they are going to basically battle Zeus, his toady, and all of Zeus's army.
Right.
Yeah.
The wonderful thing is that a whole bunch of people kind of show up, and the fight that ensues is so fucking bat crazy and hilarious. Like one guy gets like blown apart.
Yep.
His upper torso lands on the head of one guy.
Yeah, like I was joking.
And he's
he
still
looks like
functional.
Master Blaster.
Yes,
That is,
100%.
Yeah, from Thunderdome.
Oh my god! And his legs end up on the head of another guy.
Yeah.
And it's just this wild kind of like
slapsticky
ensuing
kind of.
Totally.
Yeah. And they fight and fight and fight, and they're able to basically get most of these toadies kind of like bested, but then Apple actually reactivates and comes by.
Yep.
And
Saves the day a bit.
Saves the day a bit. He's able to shoot Zeus with his turbo
Apple
blaster.
Ex Machina.
Awesome.
Apple
Yes.
Ex Machina.
Yes.
Nice. But they basically like kind of fuck up all the toadies and stuff like that. It's a wonderful
It's
scene.
an awesome
Yeah.
scene.
It's
pretty
a
good. Yeah,
great
yeah.
Fight.
We learn that Zeus is a robot himself.
Yes.
That's right. We
A
do.
T100.
Yes.
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah.
The Z100.
Skynet. Yeah.
Hi-net. Yeah. Hi-net.
Yeah.
So he
Are you saying this movie is better on drugs?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Like,
It had to be interesting.
Yes.
It had to be interesting.
Zeus Ironsides.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh.
Zeus Iron Insides.
Oh.
Pa-pow.
So they actually end up killing the toady as well, which is
Yeah.
wonderful because and like Apple shows up with this like toy unicorn strapped to a bike.
Yeah, that she
this
finds
is-
in the junk pile.
This is
Woke up,
fantastic.
Yeah.
When she charges it into the Tia Carrera looking like
Yes. Yeah.
warrior or the power what's
Rufio.
her name from
Yeah,
Rufio.
Rufio.
Female
Or as I call
Rufio.
her, Ruthio.
Yeah,
Because-
Ruthio.
Ruthio, because she's a woman.
That's
Yes.
that's a great scene. That's such a good scene.
They fuck up a bunch of more toadies and stuff like that. Again, we get to find out then that Michael Ironside is a
robot.
A robot.
Yeah.
Robot.
A robot.
But he has an explosive that he ends up blowing up and destroying Michael Ironside.
Yeah.
And, but Apple is fatally wounded.
Yes.
Which I'm not happy with.
Yeah,
No.
I know.
If I have a gripe with this movie, it's
Fair.
this.
It's that
Yeah.
Apple-
like,
Apple-
there was lots of potential for this.
Yeah.
Well, there's no reason for it.
Yeah.
What is the reason of it? So they could harken back to their little talk about the stars.
Yeah.
This girl, this
That
this
there
is
is that
this
utility
is
that
an
comes, for sure.
amazing like character, and I feel like it's just kind of a cop out for some sort of shock value that you really did not need in this movie because this movie has so
Agreed.
much shocking moments and so much fun.
She's so great.
By killing her, it just seems very contrived, and it just seems very like that's there for one last little awe thing.
Yeah.
And I don't fucking think you needed that.
Well,
She's
in truth,
so
one of the
good.
most interesting characters in the whole thing. So if you wanted to see someone progress to a sequel or continue this forward, she would have been one of the most for sure. I agree with you 1,000%.
Whereas
agreed.
The last film we watched, the quick, she's alive. She
Yeah,
stays
Joan
alive.
Chen.
Yeah.
And I really wish that these two could do wonderful things in the apocalypse.
Yeah.
But she's a robot. I don't understand why we gave up so easy on her.
Sure.
Yeah. I know.
That's my only big complaint.
That's fair.
I'm agreeing. Yeah, 100%.
And that's really how the movie kind of ends, is that once all the baddies are dead, Frederick is still alive.
Yeah.
So he's going to kind of rule or rather police the area.
The wasteland,
The
yeah.
wasteland
Sure. Yeah.
this area. But
he runs the Juice Weasel now.
He runs the Juice Weasel.
Yeah.
Well,
they discover a source of water.
That's right.
Oh,
There's
it's
a
they
geyser.
don't need the Juice Weasel.
Right, as soon as Michael Ironside explodes.
Yeah.
All the water comes out of the ground.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Sure.
Yeah, so they say that this will benefit hundreds and hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Until the ice pirates come.
Until the ice pirates come, yeah.
And the space herpes.
What I thought was really clever about this,
Yeah.
was how in the flashback, Zeus kills Turbo Kid's parents.
Right.
And Turbo Kid tries to shoot him with a gun.
Yeah.
And nothing can happen.
Right.
Right.
This is like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fake gun.
Yeah.
Essentially, the scene replays again.
Yeah.
They're at a showdown. Turbo Kid has a gun
Has
on
the
him
power
again.
glove. Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of the toy, but it isn't. And
Yep.
this time it does damage. That's a well-written moment.
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah, yeah.
You're right. But yeah, so Turbo Kid goes off, and now he wants to be the hero that he always reads about.
Yeah.
Sure.
He goes off into the, very Western style, off into the, the sunset, as it were.
Yep.
And that's really the film.
Nice.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
No, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
It's a great movie. I remember I think one of you recommended it to me. Somebody recommended it to me.
Had to have
and
been
then I
Tristan.
saw
That'd
it.
be Tristan.
Yeah.
And then I used it as a geek flag for our show a couple of years back. I'm almost
See, I don't even remember you bringing this movie up.
I could have sworn
Yeah.
I brought it up.
Oh,
Because
probably.
I was
Yeah.
amazed when I saw this. I was amazed.
So
at how good
where
it
did you
was.
see it,
I
Marc?
saw it at my house. I think Sarah.
Yeah,
and I
but
watched
on
it.
what streaming service? I've never even heard of this
When
movie.
I saw it, I think at one point it was on Shudder.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Cool.
probably.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
I think it was on Shudder at
Yeah.
one point.
AMC Plus and Shudder.
All right, so same set of questions.
Oh, yeah.
What would you add more of? What would you take away? Like what could have been extrapolated? And I think maybe like the whole thing about the robot for sure.
Yeah.
But I won't jump there. But what do you think, Tristan? What would you have done differently, and what would you have added?
Well, differently. Yeah, that's a tough call. I would like to see kind of like how we are gonna see the future now, and how this. This world is going to be now kind of policed and ruled under Frederick and Turbo Kid a little bit. And, but I loved it so much. And yeah, you know what, Marky, when you're talking about it, I have to agree. I would like to see more Apple. I love the actress.
Yeah.
She's awesome for all the reasons we
Totally
mentioned.
Agreed. I'm gonna expound on that.
Yeah. But I wanted to see much more of her. Like she was perfect. You know, you're like, what is going on? And she's like endlessly optimistic, but like wonderfully violent and just everything. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
So I'd
Good
like
casting.
to see.
Yeah.
Lots of her stuff there. Yeah. And, I don't know. Like everything, we don't necessarily need to know why the world went to shit necessarily. There's a bit of like exposition at the beginning that tells us a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of need to see like more of like where Michael Ironside kind of like,
how
where
he rose
came
up.
from and rose up and stuff. But
How he got Lord Humongous.
how he got
basically.
humongous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially. But yeah,
Fair.
that's probably about it.
What do you think, Marc? What's your take?
I wouldn't add anything else. It's just like the last movie. I don't need to know everything. I like the air of mystery in the movie. You know, I'm sure it would be great, and if the right people got a hold of it, you could get something good out of it. And if somebody went along and made it, it was good, fine. But I don't need it. And I don't need to know what happens.
Okay.
I don't care how Michael Ironside came to be. I mean, he's a bad guy.
Sure.
It's a classic movie. You have your good guys, you got your bad guys. The bad guys die at the end. We don't need prequels. I don't want a prequel with some fucking, once good Michael Ironside. Where you find out he's this good guy that went bad. I hate that shit.
Sure. That could be kind of cool, though.
No,
what about Dr. Zeus?
Not at all.
Like
not at all.
like his children's books?
I do not want. He's a bad dude. That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like the killing of Apple. I think she's the most interesting character in this whole movie.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Turbo Kid, he's got some cool stuff. He's not that great, personal-wise.
No.
He's there. He does his thing.
Mm-hmm.
He goes from one point and shoots people. But I think Apple, the performance, the actress, the character, is 100 times more interesting.
Yeah.
For sure.
100 times more interesting.
Yeah.
And again, to just dismiss her at the end and just do your standard, I have to die. I just did not like that.
No,
I mean,
I agree with you, Marc.
otherwise, it would be a perfect film. You don't have to add anything else to it. You don't have to add more gore. The pacing is perfect.
Right.
The cast is fine. But to kill Apple, I feel like it was just an unnecessary little gimmick.
Sure.
And there's a difference between having a character die at the end of the movie for a true story or true impact, and then just let's kill her because it would be a nice little awe. It's a gimmick, and I fucking hate gimmicks in movies.
Right.
Sure.
Especially when it's the best goddamn character in the movie.
Yeah.
Agree.
Just like I think Joan Chen was the best character. I love Rutger Hauer. I loved everybody in that film.
Yeah.
No, but Joan Chen was the star of that.
Yeah.
Stood out in that movie.
Yeah.
And Rutger Hauer would have been the arm wrestler of this movie. Yeah.
And if Rutger Hauer had died for whatever reason, and
that would have been more
Chen
satisfying
survived, that would have made more sense.
Yeah.
So
it
was. It's a cop out with this one and killing Apple. I did not like it.
Okay.
It was such a wonderful character.
Yeah.
All right, Brien, over to you.
Yeah, no, I'm going to agree with Marc absolutely 100%. I love the character of Apple. When we're first introduced to her, I found her a little bit annoying.
Yes.
You didn't really know what was going on with her. Was she crazy? Is she going to betray Turbo Kid?
Yeah.
What's her motivation?
Well, especially
we don't
because of the
know.
corpse, right? Like, but the fact that she's talking to like a dead person, you're like, something is fucking wrong with this person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that about her.
Yeah.
She had that really wide-eyed, kind of like insane look about her. Like you're showing too much white of your eye.
Totally.
That's an indication of insanity for me.
The thing is, when she gets very quickly, Brien, interrupt you. But the thing is, when she gets on screen, the movie comes alive.
It does.
Agree.
And it
100%.
happens quick.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're getting.
No.
When the movie opens up, you've got this kid. He's
Right.
your average,
Yeah, he's like scrounging around the wasteland.
Scrounging around.
Yeah.
We've seen it a million times. This girl comes along, and the moment those eyes go wide and she starts speaking, you know you're not getting your normal apocalyptic movie. You're going to get something with comedy, with heart. There's a kind of almost childlike innocence.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
her.
Yeah.
As a viewer, you become more
you're
invested.
not getting this routine thing.
Right, exactly.
Sure.
And that's what I loved about her. And we almost lost her a couple of times throughout the course of the film.
How
until
did you
the
feel
very
when that
end.
happened?
Right.
Like, as you're watching as a viewer, how are you feeling when this goes down?
I didn't like I liked the fact that she was a robot. I liked the reveal.
I did like that.
I didn't like the fact, and of course this happened when I was like, taking a pee break. I came out and I'm like, where's her head? What happened? I was gone for all of like 45 seconds and all of a sudden like Apple is dead?
Sure.
What the fuck? So I did like the fact that she was able to come back, but then to die at the end, I'm like, oh, come on, don't kill her off again.
Exactly.
We've already gone through that.
Yes.
I wanted her to save the day, and I was joking about Apple Ex Machina, but I loved that scene. She showed up to save her friend.
Totally.
And I didn't like the fact that they had to sacrifice her to do it.
Yeah.
And to sacrifice her permanently this time. I really was disappointed in that fact.
If you look at
Turbo Kid is the protagonist, but she is the heart.
I agree.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
she is the heart
she
of
makes
this
the
film.
movie.
Yeah,
if you look at
she gives him something to play off of that works really well.
She's just got a presence to her. That's
she really
awesome.
does.
Yeah,
she's a charismatic actress who I've never seen before.
100%.
Yeah, I applaud her.
These kind of old school fun movies, if you look at movies like Flash Gordon or the first, you look at A New Hope, as its own movie. You know, let's just pretend there's a world where Star Wars failed and it was just one movie. Right?
Yeah.
The characters all survive. The heroes also. Obi-Wan dies, but he has to.
But he had a purpose.
It's in the story.
Sure.
It's a meaningful death. It has to happen. But the rest of these bands the band of heroes, they survive as a team, and it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, no one had to sacrifice themselves. Leia didn't have to die. Han didn't have to die. Same thing with Flash Gordon. Yeah. Flash Gordon's little entourage of heroes, or what the bird guy doesn't have to. I can't remember his name.
Dale and
Brian Blessed.
Brian Blessed. Yeah,
they did not have to.
Timothy Dalton.
Yeah, Timothy Dalton was the other guy.
Exactly.
Yes.
You could just have a fun, adventure.
I'm a slasher
movie.
of prices. Arrest me.
You could have this fun adventure movie and not have to throw in these cheesy little, these cheesy little gimmicks for the sake of being a gimmick.
No, it was a device for sure. Like where they just thought, okay, look, we're gonna try to wrap this up and make people feel really attached to this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But what does it do for Turbo Kid in the end? I don't know that it makes his life better. I don't think it's like an extension.
I think it made it worse.
I agree with Brian.
It limits options 100%.
He had a really cool companion that now he doesn't have anymore.
Totally.
Yeah.
And he never gets to because there is a little bit of sexual tension, especially when
there
they
really
kiss.
is. Yeah.
And I thought, okay, well, where's this going to go? I was actually hoping for them to
connect.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Whatever that looks like.
Like literally and figuratively.
Sure.
But
interface as it's known.
Yeah.
Honestly,
interface.
though, there's a part of me that I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because
it maintains the innocence.
Times,
Yeah, exactly.
At times, it's more of a brother and little sister relationship.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
It is.
And that could be cool as well.
What are you doing, Step Bro?
Yeah, Step Bro. Yeah, just a tip.
We've seen where this goes. You know,
the triple X version of this. Yeah, sure. You picked the wrong Turbo Kid.
That's it, eh?
Yeah.
Turbone Kid?
Turbone Kid.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's always a way to spin these things.
Yeah. But bring us home, Chris.
So I'm with actually all of you guys. This is essentially a perfect film. It didn't need more. We don't need to have an extension. This isn't an IP that needs to be exploited.
Yeah.
There was a huge miss when it comes to what they could have done with Apple, for sure.
Yeah.
There would have been a little bit more around the arm wrestler. I think I would have liked to have a bit more of an understanding.
He seemed like a cool character.
He
really
seem like
did.
a cool character.
He just wasn't developed much after that.
Well, that's it. And even his coolness, because he was always cool. There was never a point in this whole film where he was phased.
Yeah.
Even in his worst of times, even with his fucking hand cut off, he
Right.
was still pretty ah. Anyway, I'm back.
Yeah.
Robot arm. He never lost his shit.
Yeah.
Right. So there could have been a little bit more around that, but essentially,
he's going to ash himself a new hand.
That's it. And it was groovy. Yeah. But for sure, there was nothing more than needed to be done with this. I think it was a really nice kind of one and done, and I like this. Marc, you've kind of nailed this multiple times within this discussion. Sometimes think one thing as itself is more than enough.
Yeah.
And I think we need to honor that stuff more than we do. I think people are, especially Hollywood, is constantly exploring what can we do more of, or how do we grab something old
with Hollywood, their motivation is money as opposed to story.
Well, of course, but
well,
the
franchises are doing that though. There's some movies that, and again, this is. I like the DC stuff. I like the Marvel stuff. I like some of the
if it
Star
makes sense.
Wars stuff.
Right.
I'm sick of seeing things for the sake of seeing things.
Absolutely.
I don't need to see a skeleton crew, even though it's not bad.
Exactly.
I don't need to see these things just because they're there.
But now every movie feels like it's got to follow that formula, and it doesn't always work. The best example I can give you, which is kind of modern a little bit, The Strangers.
Oh yeah, they're coming out with another one,
And
okay, so I just saw the preview for that one.
The original Strangers, the first one is fucking fantastic. It's scary, it's real, and it is clouded in mystery.
Yeah,
we don't know.
It's
where
a strange home invasion kind of movie.
We don't know who the people are. We don't know what they want.
But that's the
why
appeal.
are you doing this?
Right,
because you were home. Couple gets killed. They drive off. Done. Fantastic. They make a sequel.
Cut print.
It diminishes everything that came before it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They make a sequel, Prey by Night, which was not awful. They do the same thing again to a different people. The twist is the victims win and end up killing them.
Sure. Oh.
You know, spoiler.
I never saw that one.
Spoiler. But, you know, I thought, okay, so we're not going to continue this franchise. You made another film because the first film was so successful. You turned it around and actually had the home invasion go south at the end.
Nice.
I'll give you credit for that one.
Sure.
But now we have a reboot. And it's and the first half of I saw that with Dean, and it's garbage. And I love Rennie Harlan movies. Garbage. Garbage.
So I have a mixed review on Rennie Harlan in general, but he knows how to make a good film. Like, it's always compelling.
Agreed.
I think his movies are fun.
Like Long Kiss Goodnight.
Long Kiss Goodnight.
I love
it's a great
this movie. Yeah.
Very underrated. Yeah. Deep Blue Sea is a terrible movie, but it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
But going back
He's a skilled filmmaker.
But now we're trying to make The Strangers longer by making it part 1 and then part 2. Yeah. Why?
Yeah. It's diminishing returns.
It's a gimmick. It's more of a gimmick,
call.
and I don't like it. I just don't like that shit. And I feel like a lot of movies are prone to do it now. If a movie is very successful, like Weapons, are we going to have a whole Weapons universe? I don't want a fucking Weapons universe.
No, I don't either.
I don't need it. I don't need. Again, I know I said it before. I don't need to see another monkey movie.
Yeah,
one is enough.
Yeah, no. Sometimes one and done is
exactly
is just the way. It's
so is that the advice to Hollywood now? Like, as all movie viewers who love films and who love to see different things, and not just like cookie cutter bullshit, but stuff that's actually good. What's the one thing you would say to Hollywood today to make it better?
I would say, if you originally conceived it as a multi-part story, then yes, go for the sequels.
100%.
But if you did a oneer, just call it a oneer, and it turned out to be a fucking hit, and now Hollywood is seeing dollar signs and they want more of that cash grab, then no, because it's exactly what it is. It's just Hollywood trying to rake in more money for the sake of art, and I think it suffers for it. But if it was originally, planned, envisioned as a multi-part, say like a trilogy or even like one in a sequel, then yes, then that's the way it was originally written. Maybe it was too much story for one film.
Sure.
Then yes, you make it a multi-part thing.
Mark, your advice to Hollywood. What would you do?
100% on board with Brien on this one. If it's a oneer, then keep it a oneer.
Absolutely.
If you made a movie and you had no intention of a series of it or a universe, you just made this one film because you thought this would be a cool film, and it's a hit. Leave it alone.
Okay.
Now, you're never going to be able to make one Batman, one Spider-Man movie. There's
but you're buying in at the onset knowing you have to do multiples.
There's too much. But
and potential reboots in the future.
There's too much mythology in comic
that's
books.
The thing. They're coming off of hundreds and hundreds of issues of comic books to mine
and people, that kind of crowd is going to
want to see
that's
more. A whole other thing.
Especially if your film's successful. Batman 89 comes out, does a great job, makes the Joker. I want to see what they do with the Penguin. I want to see. You can't avoid that. But again, if you make something like Weapons, or if you make something like I don't know, what's another? Give me another one.
Here's one.
Oh, any of like key stuff like.
Sisu was a perfect film.
I would have loved to see it.
Fuck. And now there's a sequel coming out.
God damn it.
But you know what? I'm kind of excited.
Because I sort of yes to see what they do, but if they make it a shit show, I will be furious because it was a great one and done as it stands.
Yes.
Agree.
But I am hopefully optimistic for this sequel because I love Stephen Lang as a bad guy.
I love
Stephen Lang. I think Stephen Lang is an excellent
actor. I saw the trailer.
And I think he would be a great bad guy.
I am worried. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
It could be good, but Sisu was like my film of 2023.
I remember it. And mine too.
And it was fine the way it is. I don't think you need another one.
Yeah.
Just
it resolved so nicely.
And that's why I said it. Yeah.
Exactly.
But I am hopefully
it had kind of a Tarantino kind of like
epic
redemption. Totally did.
And the way he treated the women at the end, when the women got their revenge scene, I was like, oh, that was so Tarantino. Agreed.
You just if you're gonna tell these like classic tales where the only thing you're taking is the formula of the hero or the vigilante. Sometimes you don't need one is enough. You know? I haven't seen the second Nobody movie yet. But I didn't need it. I don't need a nobody. I didn't really need a nobody.
But I love the first one. But I'm also pretty satiated on the first one.
We didn't
need a second one.
I believe that that's true.
Yeah.
Sisu is
the second
fucking phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
Which is why some of my favorite directors I think with the exception of Rob Zombie, have never made sequels to their films.
Yeah.
Right? David Lynch has never made... No one wanted to see a second Blue Velvet.
Yeah.
Some people didn't even want to see the first one.
Bluer Velvet? Where's that?
Elephant Man 2.
What are we going to do?
The bone in
elephant. Yeah.
Let's discover how Frank Booth became a bad guy. No, I don't want that.
We're all good.
You know, Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Kill Bill was 2 chapters.
Yeah.
No, but it was built that way, to your point.
It was built that way.
Oh, that's a different creature.
Too much movie for one film.
It was designed like that. It was designed to be this crazy double feature.
Yeah.
I can let that go.
Yeah.
I don't need a sequel to Reservoir Dogs.
No.
I don't need a sequel to Pulp Fiction. When I heard at one point they were going to do the Vega Brothers, I'm like, no.
Yeah, no.
Pulp
This is the
Fiction
pinkening.
Yeah. The pinkening.
We don't need
Why
any
am
of
I
that.
Mr. Pink?
Yeah. That sounds like Mr. Pussy.
I'm glad Big Trouble in Little China never got a sequel.
Exactly right.
God.
Carpenter's also very smart that way.
Yes,
I think he was very adroit. Like, I've got a one and done. I've got a nice captured thing that I want to say. Whatever the social commentary might be.
Escape from L.A.? Sorry.
Well, okay, so fair. Fair.
That was a miss.
But I feel like that's a Hollywood pressure thing, not
I think you're
necessarily
right.
his own choice.
Yeah.
Escape from L.A. was purpose. He made it as a fuck you to the studios.
Probably.
He
Yes.
purposely made it the way he did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Ironically,
That's fair.
Joe Dante did the same thing with Gremlins.
Yes.
He did not want to make Gremlins 2 at all.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think, and I've said this, and I get looks. I don't give a fuck.
Sure.
I think right up there with Terminator 2. I think Gremlins 2 is arguably the best sequel ever made.
I love Gremlins too.
I fucking love
look at you.
Gremlins.
So
Yeah, but
funny.
because of the tongue-in-cheek of it all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The fact that it's like Joe Dante's like, okay, I don't want to make this movie. You want me to make this movie?
You get what you get.
The way I want.
Yeah. Oh my
And
God.
I'm gonna make fun of all the things I hated on the first movie, even though I loved what I did with Gremlins.
Sure.
I'm gonna poke fun at this movie.
Is that what it was
Yeah.
like? It was Lincoln's Day. Oh my
they
God.
make fun of the rules. You know?
Genius.
It's genius. You know.
Yeah.
But that's actually like a great way to kind of take it and spin it the way you want to. And he's probably paid a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And probably got to do whatever artistically he wanted to
It's
do
one of
with
his
that.
best movies.
Yeah.
For sure. And
So
I think the
funny.
first Gremlins is awesome.
Oh,
I do
yeah.
too.
But
that's
there's a
one
lot,
of
there's a
Scarlett's
lot of
favorites.
wrong. This is where Dean and I disagree. We love both movies, but he'll always be like, I think it's because of the Christmas element.
Well, it's original premise too, and
he's
stuff.
gonna love Gremlins, but Gremlins has a lot of plot hole problems.
Sure.
If they're gonna
100%.
multiply when you get wet, you can't go around in snow. You're wet all the time.
Right.
And it's snowy
Well,
there
the minute
all
the
time.
snow like sort of melts, 100%.
Yeah.
The rules don't make sense. Feed them after midnight. There's time zones.
Yeah.
You know, and
Midnight wear.
No kidding.
and they make fun of all of that in Gremlins 2.
They do.
Yeah.
And
They
that's
do.
what I love about
That's the
that
genius.
sequel.
Yeah.
You know?
Sure.
Yeah.
I get it. Tristan, your advice to Hollywood. What do you
Oh,
think?
I can't even add to the great advice that's been said already.
Yes, you can.
I
Yeah,
can't.
do it.
Probably the only thing I could
Shoot us
possibly
down.
say is shut the fuck up. No.
Get your shine box?
Go get your shine
Are we
box.
there
signing
already?
off already?
This is our shoehorn back
Oh,
in.
there we
That's
go.
it.
Nice.
We could do. But no,
Ooh.
but just take a risk.
Seriously.
You know what? Try to have a standalone.
Yeah.
I dare you.
Yeah.
You know?
There are plenty of independent filmmakers that are putting out great stuff.
Yeah.
And Hollywood seems to be so afraid of it.
Right?
And they just put out the same bullshit over
Yeah,
and over and
yeah.
over and
Absolutely.
over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a risk.
Agreed.
That's
Take a
it.
risk.
That's it.
In
Take a risk.
2025, there's going to be two films,
Yeah.
two superhero films
Yeah.
that will actually go over $1 billion. And so Superman and I think Fantastic Four is going to hit.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So everything else has been like original and new. And I think that's the thing they need to take away. Like,
Right.
Exactly to everyone's point who's already been stating these things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and like swing for the fences.
Yeah.
Let's do something different.
Yeah.
Let's try to like not lean into old IP because old IP is getting tired.
Yeah.
And I think if you're watching people walk away from going to movies, which is the saddest thing in the world
know.
because
I know.
we grew up on these things. This is like the catalyst of my imagination
Sure.
and what I believe to be like the most incredible part of like being out and not being distracted, not being on your device, not like being like taken away from everything that is going to come at you.
Yeah.
When you go to a movie theater, you have to be focused, you have to be present. And I think the one super strength that all of the world has is the ability to just like take time and just set time aside.
Yes.
You are here, you're present, go and enjoy something. And the more that they make it original and interesting, the more people are going to want to flock back to it.
Nice.
And COVID and other things have kind of taken our ability to be present away. And here's an opportunity to kind of come back and say, like, look, you've got great writers, great individuals, great people who know how to make good films. Support that. Don't just go back to the well when you need to. So that's my takeaway from all of this.
Nice.
No, that's a great takeaway, and I don't think the movie theater will ever die because there is this.
God, I hope not.
There is this communal
experience.
Yeah, where would I go on Tuesday nights?
Exactly.
Oh, but back to this, Brian. Like seriously, the fact that you're going with your dad. Like, think about like what we would love to do and connect to like
the $5 movie night where we are. People go to the movies.
Yeah, they do. That's why we go on Tuesday.
We had a full crowd when we saw Weapons.
Yeah,
there was a full theater. Same with Superman.
The horror movies I've noticed seem to be still the movies that pull in the most.
Well, horror
as far
movies,
as like audiences
but
go.
See, here's the thing.
Yeah,
horror movies have always done that.
Yeah,
they get the least amount of respect. The Academy rarely acknowledges them.
But they are box office gold.
They
and
usually usually never. I don't even think they call them horror movies. If God forbid a horror movie gets an Oscar nomination, it falls under the category of thriller. Because that's more safe for whatever fucking reason. But do you know how many studios, New Line, Universal, either got their start or have been saved by horror films?
Thank you, Canon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Canon.
But all of them.
All of them.
No,
maybe not Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers started out with some of the. I mean, Warner Brothers for a while is the legit Hollywood American movie.
Yeah. Of course.
But Universal Studio.
Yes.
You want me to cut this short? Is it?
No. I'm scratching my beard.
Your beard. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not giving you any signal at all.
I know we're going.
No,
Run this, man, dude.
I've just got fleas.
Universal Studios was. Universal Studios was a B studio picture, and the black and white Dracula, Frankenstein put them on the map.
Yeah.
New Line Cinema, same thing. It's the New Line was the house that Freddie built.
Right. Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street came along.
They were the Universal Studios of the 80s.
And what here's the thing that really pisses me off. These directors that made these movies that are still celebrated today, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Tobe Hooper.
Yes.
Tobe Hooper directed Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks it's a fucking Spielberg movie.
Yeah.
And then you have all these fucking rumors like, well, Spielberg did a lot
Ghost
of the
directed
directing.
And
And I think it was Joe Bob who was like, no one ever questions that, Robert Zemeckis had any control taken away from him on Back to the Future.
Yes.
Exactly.
There's this thing that Hollywood, a stigma that we just can't accept the fact that horror is great cinema.
Yeah. Right.
We always have to put it below, and I can't fucking believe we still have that today.
So this is more advice for Hollywood. Like, give it the place it's been earning.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Studios have been built on it.
Absolutely. How many podcasts have been done about John Carpenter's The Thing?
Yeah.
How many podcasts talk about John Carpenter's The Thing?
Well,
or John Carpenter or Halloween?
Based around just horror in general.
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
And
YouTube channels.
And how many times have you heard a podcast who does an episode on Shakespeare in Love?
Yeah.
Not one.
Exactly.
No. Not ever.
I'm trying to.
You want to know why? Because existentialism is lovely to talk about in a theoretical sense. But it's not what packs theaters.
No way.
Because the Academy Award-winning movies, for the most part, and I'm including some that I really love. I fucking loved A Few Good Men. I loved The Fugitive.
Sure.
But what about the movie?
Well,
I
love A Few Good Men. I got it right here.
How many men is a few? Like, I guess that's a really big question. Like, finally, we're going to reveal here on this podcast.
We're not just talking about this weekend.
Right. That's it. Well, I love the 100 Beavers question, too. Like, have you seen 100 Beavers?
Chris, have you seen hundreds of beavers?
Okay. Don't tell my wife, but maybe. I don't know. Like,
no. It's a movie, Chris.
Sorry. Never mind. Yes, no, I have not.
I'm gonna go back to True Romance very quick.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Yes, please.
There's a scene where Christian Slater's character, they're meeting Leo Donowitz, Sal Rubinek, who is one of the best actors.
I love him.
One of the most underrated actors.
Yeah,
I don't like using the word character.
The most toys from The Next Generation.
Great episode.
Yeah, great episode.
One of my favorites. Sal Rubinek is amazing in everything I've seen him in.
What was that series he was in?
Warehouse 13.
Yeah. Oh, good show too.
So there's this scene where Clarence, Christian Slater's talking to him, and he's like, I love your movie. All these safe geriatric pictures that win the Oscars, the good, the bad, the ugly, that's the movie. Mad Max, that's a movie. he's absolutely right. The movies that 9 times out of 10, not all of them, but the majority of movies that people come to love and endure and cherish have never won an Oscar.
No.
Hitchcock is one of the most celebrated directors of all time. Never won a fucking Oscar in his life.
Yes. Never?
You know?
Yeah.
Never won an Oscar.
Has he been nominated?
I don't even know.
Wow.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm going to have to research this because I didn't know
he got
that.
a Lifetime Achievement Award. That's
but that's an honorary thing.
Yeah. But
that's a green
but
ribbon.
you mentioned
the participation
really.
award.
Yeah, exactly.
What did Spielberg get what did Spielberg get an Oscar for?
It wasn't The Color Purple.
Was it Gump?
Schindler's List.
Sure.
I think it was Schindler's List. You're right.
Yeah.
How often are people doing a podcast about Schindler's List?
Yeah.
Never.
How many people talk about
Jaws.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many people talk about Close Encounters?
Yeah.
And not as much as Jaws.
No, but I mean,
but even going down like the road of E.T.
other
or other
great
things,
movies
right? Like,
that he's done
Absolutely.
that people still talk
More
about.
people
Other than
talk about E.T. than they do Steven Spielberg's other films, and I think his early films. I think Duel is a great movie.
Love
Yes.
I
Duel.
Yeah.
Sure, you got that for me.
Yeah. We had Duel on the other night. Marc and I fell asleep to Duel the
Exactly.
first night we were here.
We cuddled. And it
Yeah,
was
we
great.
did.
And as much as I love Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
Jurassic Park's a great movie.
You bet Jurassic.
Jaws is a million times better.
100%.
Easy.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, I think maybe the big miss right now is like, are we not? We're celebrating like fiscal potential versus like actual true entertainment.
Absolutely.
Right.
And so when are we going to get back to
mainstream
more
Hollywood has been that way for a long time. But your mainstream horror, for the most part, is PG-13. It's watered down.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of jump scares.
But why is this formula so elusive? Like, what I want to know is, like, if we know what the formula is, why won't people land on it, knowing what is readily available? And audiences want
I
this?
honestly think
That's
it
a
goes
good
back to
question.
what Tristan said. People don't take chances anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think people are afraid to take chances with movies in mainstream anyway.
Yeah.
Because
Risk
people are
aversion.
worried that they're not
They're
going
worried,
to get their return
they're
back.
worried,
That's right.
But they're also
Yeah.
worried that they're going to offend somebody or
Yeah.
a group of someone.
Well, that's why we have our friend
There's so much
Josh
politics.
Dolan, who loves to support
Yes,
independent film.
absolutely.
Yes.
And he loves to support independent horror.
Yeah.
And I applaud him for that because there is a lot to be said for a lot of those up-and-coming filmmakers
Absolutely.
who have a lot of imagination, but maybe not a lot of money. They don't have the backing of a studio, but yet they're still passionate about their project and they're putting it out.
Yes.
For even if it's just for a few hundred people or a few thousand people.
And they're doing
It's
it.
still
And they're doing
being
it
put out
because
there.
they're doing it because they love it,
And it will find an
and they're not
audience.
worried about the outcome
Yeah.
of everything.
Yeah.
And ironically, the stuff that they did back then, Hollywood's trying to do now to look more elite.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know we're going, so I'll wrap this up.
Yeah, we're at
Well, I was
going to
ask about takeaways
yeah,
at
yeah.
the end. So,
yeah, sure.
Go
We'll
ahead.
do
All
that.
right.
Wrap it up, Marc, and then we'll do
I
the
don't know. What do
takeaways.
you want me to wrap it up on?
Well, so I was just going to say, like, so if you think about these two movies,
Yeah.
what are your key takeaways? Like, what's a thing that you want to take away from your like movie experience, or what are you going to like go look for in the future?
My key takeaway is how, honestly, how we have these two strong women.
Yes.
Yes,
Nice.
I
Yeah.
love this.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, I love
And
that.
there's this thing right now where we try, where Hollywood is patting themselves on the back because they've discovered that women are strong and
Yeah.
can do stuff, and they make these strong independent movie women, and you know they congratulate themselves.
Sure.
Right,
But
right.
my
They pat
problem
themselves
with
on
it-
the
but
back.
My problem with it is
Yeah.
every female character now in mainstream Hollywood is the same.
Uh-huh.
Right.
You know, there's no conflict with them. They start out badass, they end up badass.
Right.
You know, my whole thing about horror and sci-fi, and this goes back to the 70s, you want to talk about strong, you know, female leads or African American leads or whatever.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
horror, sci-fi, B-movie cult community
Already had
has
this.
been aware of this since the Grindhouse days.
Yeah.
Yes.
These
It goes all the way
so-called-
back to Night of the Living Dead, where
Absolutely.
we had an African American
Oh, sure.
lead
Pam
actor.
Grier. That's
right.
Yeah,
Foxy
you know
Brown.
that was new.
And these guys were making these low budget films, what the elite would call the B picture.
Sure.
Yeah.
And these women are kicking ass.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver, Linda Hamilton, Jamie Lee Curtis. They're renowned as the ultimate badass women, right?
Yeah.
But if you watch their movies, they don't start out that way.
No.
That's right.
Sigourney Weaver is under
Linda
the command
Hamilton,
of Dallas.
Yes, yeah,
right?
big time.
Yeah.
She doesn't because she's not a badass right away.
Nope.
No.
She's opinionated. She stands up for what she believes in. But
She's
it
pretty
isn't
corporate,
until
actually.
the team is wiped out.
Yeah.
That she kicks ass.
Yeah.
Linda Hamilton doesn't kick ass really until Terminator 2.
Oh, she's so fragile.
She's
I know.
a waitress
in the first movie.
first movie.
She's on the run and afraid for her safety, man. in the
Jamie
first one.
Lee Curtis, who was
Yeah.
like the staple of the final girl in horror.
Yep.
Halloween 1, she spends half the movie screaming and running away.
Yeah.
She's not tough Laurie Strode until the later movies.
Yeah. Right.
And that's why I like, that's what I think as strong female, in any character.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Male or female. These characters that show up, and this is both genders, if they just show up and they just kick ass right away, there's nothing. That's it. Where are you going to go from there?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it doesn't seem as authentic.
Yeah. So my takeaway very quickly,
Yeah.
The attention to strong female leads before a time where it became the cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Sure. I love it.
Yeah.
Brian, what do you think? Takeaways.
I agree with Mark wholeheartedly. I didn't really think about the fact that we really did have two great female lead characters that really kicked ass and took charge.
For sure.
But my original takeaway was that these were two kind of original stories that kind of flew under my radar.
Yeah.
And I am so happy to have discovered them through you guys. And my takeaway is that seek out these movies, man, because there's a lot to be mined from these things that people just dismiss as like, cinematic trash. And it's really not.
Yeah.
There's really something to be said for these films. And like Mark said, there's a big message to be said as far as like the female taking charge in both of these movies. It's a really good message, and I had a lot of fun with both of them. So thank you, Chris and Tristan, for bringing both of these to the table.
Great picks.
Yeah,
great picks.
Yeah, good call, guys.
Tristan, what do you think?
Yeah, great points, lads. I love that. The only thing I could kind of do takeaway wise is that neither of these films kind of fit neatly in a box.
They really don't.
And I love that. I bloody love
too.
that.
Yeah.
That they are all over the place. They play with different themes.
Yeah.
They do all over the place. Mark, God, I love that you brought up, strong females and things like that. And the fact that, like, Sigourney, if she, in every interview about Ripley, she's like, no, Ripley's not a badass.
Yeah.
She just does what needs to be necessary.
Right, right,
Da. I don't get this.
Yeah,
Is that just a woman's practicality in many ways?
Maybe.
Like, I honestly feel like most times, like where guys have to like gear up to get to that level.
Yeah.
There's a practicality that comes with females in general, and this is why this fits so well with what you've already described.
Yeah. I love that. And they get shit done, and it's not about like necessarily empowerment or things, and that's why it's so weird, I think. And Sigourney's even said this, where like people say like, oh, that Ripley's the biggest badass, and she's like, is she? No, she just gets shit done.
That's awesome.
Well, it's empowerment, but it's not the self-entitled hammer it in your face, and that's a lot of problem. You what I see, the Ghostbusters 2016 all-woman movie, where if you said you hate it and you were a guy, you would have been branded misogynistic.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
And my argument is
just make a good film,
make a good movie.
Sure.
Tie the Ghostbusters into. If you had a movie where the Ghostbusters were getting hypothetically, before the other movies came, if you had a Ghostbusters movie that brought Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, or whatever, they're back, they're old, they're retired, and they're looking for new blood.
Sure.
And then 4 women show up at their doorstep.
Yeah.
Think of how awesome that would be.
How hard would that have been to just build it that way?
Yeah,
exactly. It's tied into the Ghostbusters universe.
Right.
Yeah.
It shows, actually, it kind of proves the point of the sexism that society does have at times.
Of course,
These old guys have to deal with it. They're probably expecting a bunch of young guys like them. Imagine four young girls showing up. I mean, what would you do?
Brilliant.
You know, I remember one time, not to get too off subject. I remember I taught a comic book class over the summer.
Sure. Okay.
I was being offered to me by somebody who was in like Jamestown.
Okay.
And they're like, "Can you do a comic book class?" Okay, fine.
Why not?
So I don't know who's signing up for it. I show up there. No, I kid you not. Not one guy, not one boy in my class. These were young kids.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's awesome.
5 of them, all girls.
Cool.
Really?
Awesome.
And I did not expect that.
Yeah,
sure.
You know, in my sexist,
you would think
old
like most
school
comic book
brain,
attractions.
Yeah.
I thought
boys,
I
right?
was
Like
going to
it's
get
comic
a bunch
books are
of
for boys.
Yeah.
I honestly,
They're also like designed to like appeal to boys.
Right.
That makes sense.
Exactly. But the fact that I had these 4 girls show up, and I'm making comic books with them and showing them how to do it. That scenario would make a great Ghostbusters movie.
Nice.
Totally.
But when we get this whole, let's see what happens when we have women Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna mix it up.
It could
We're
be
doing
funny.
it crazy.
Yeah.
Is it fun? But again, it's just a gimmick.
Yeah.
I don't like gimmicks.
Yeah.
You know what? It's as much as role playing games are open and TTRPGs are big and like
we talked
accepting
about
of so
this
much.
earlier today.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, sure.
I know a lot of women who are like, I'm so guarded whenever I go and I play games because they tend to be so
Male dominated.
male
or
dominated
Right,
and
yeah.
stuff and misogynistic in a lot of ways, and
influenced, or at least, a lot of
They are.
motivations are kind of driven by like.
Sure.
Gary Gygax, he
Oh,
was,
yeah.
it was not an equal opportunity dude.
No.
You know,
He put the guy in Gygax.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah.
But it is. They were all like very Frank Frazetta, very fantasy-esque, where strong, powerful men and like sexy women and stuff.
Yeah,
and that's
we're
very
just
hard.
accessories.
Yeah.
The women were just accessories.
Oh, and
for,
they
you know,
are.
to hang off
And
of
they
the
were.
men.
There were movies
Yeah.
with them back then too.
Sure.
The sci-fi B movies are
Yeah.
a perfect example.
Oh,
of
we
the
were
women.
talking about
gosh.
heavy metal.
So-
heavy metal is
so
very
much
about
boobs,
that. Yeah,
like, just
that's
really
all it was. It
driving
was
it.
just window dressing for
Sure.
Of course.
to
But
accentuate
I'm talking about the women
the
that
hero.
just screamed and fainted, and that's all they did.
That's
Of
it.
course.
Yeah.
You know,
That's-
there was
in those
definitely
films-
sexism in those films.
Yeah.
100%.
You know, but that again falls to the big film. A lot of the big film companies.
Yeah.
Studios were driving that.
Sure.
All right, Chris.
Wow.
bring us home.
So you know what? I think the one thing I've taken away from all of you guys is like we're in a time now where we've got really smart, really thoughtful viewers, and the more like common sense becomes the driving factor, the more people are going to want to go back to theaters.
Yeah.
So in truth, like I don't care about what the IP, I don't care about what the idea is, but if it's something I can actually get behind and enjoy, like think about these films we watch today. Like these are not like A-class films.
No,
we're not talking
no
about
way.
like widely distributed, widely understood. But you can
There are no
find the
Delta
merit in it
forces.
because you saw the merits in the creation of them and where the characters went.
But they're
And-
A films to me.
well,
Sure.
they're A films
Yeah.
because you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
like get
Good
behind
call.
them. But,
Sure.
But who's deciding this? Like, what studio is making those decisions for you? You're making those decisions because you
Absolutely.
see them for what they are. And I
Yeah.
think the more we empower audiences to be smart about
Exactly.
what we're doing
Right.
and what we want to see, give us a menu of options. I'm happy to be like someone who can say, this looks good, but this isn't for me. And I
Yeah.
would rather feel like I'm going to something because I believe it's going to be good versus being told it's going to be good for you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so this is a time now where there's many other milieus that we can like follow. Like TV is excellent right now.
Oh, yeah.
There's lots
Absolutely.
to see and lots of things that can
Yeah,
have
there is.
distraction. And so for me, when I go to see a film, I'm very, very deliberate about what I want to see and why I want to see it. So my I guess thoughts to studio is now like trust your audience.
Right.
Know that people are smart. Know that they know what they want to see, and don't make decisions for them anymore because
100%.
we're
Yeah.
not in that period of time anymore.
Yeah.
So that's my takeaway.
Audiences are smart.
Yeah.
They can think for themselves.
Yes.
Maybe it might not be on the first viewing, but let me tell you something. You can the key to a good movie, or a book.
Sure.
The story has to be good.
Oh, it all comes down to
Put
story.
the story
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you want to sprinkle,
And we
in
were
a
talking about
little-
that earlier with Tristan and when we were talking about like role playing games.
Yes.
Sure.
You know, it's all
Yeah.
about the story.
It's all
100%.
about the
Yeah.
story. And
Yeah.
if you want to sprinkle a little political ideology in your movie, fine. Go ahead. Sometimes it happens when you don't realize it.
Right.
You know,
Sure. Yeah.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the 1950s movie.
Yeah, who knew?
Everybody's like, it's about communism.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly.
Not to Don Siegel. Don Siegel has said, "No, wasn't thinking about it at all." That's what people got from it. Let people make their own fucking decisions.
Right.
I am really drunk. I'm sorry.
No. I love this. Keep going. Go.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
Let people make their own decisions.
Yes.
Sorry, Mom.
Let them learn on their own.
Yes.
I'm tired of studios forcing me or their opinions on things I already know.
Yes.
I know women are strong.
Yes.
You know, I know racism exists.
Yes.
I don't need it in my escapism. Let me judge for myself what's happening.
And do you think now that you can do and evaluate the way that you do, it's not because of woke, it's not because of DEI?
I don't like that word.
I don't either. I think it's all
word.
fucking bullshit.
Oh, it's an
But at the same time, I want to say that adroit ability to evaluate things has always been there. It doesn't have to be labeled as a thing.
Absolutely.
No.
So give people credit for who they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To me, being woke is another word for the word. Again,
It's aware.
It's the gimmick.
It's a word for aware.
It's not woke.
Yeah.
It's the fact that you recognize the gimmick that a major Hollywood studio is trying to pander in its movie.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I want to see this pendulum be about common sense and not just
Absolutely.
not one way, not another way.
Yeah. Tell a good story.
Exactly.
If your story has a lot of men and few women, tell it anyway.
Right.
If you came up with a story and it has a lot of women and few men, tell it anyway.
Right, because that's
If
the way
you're
it was
basing
intended to be, and not because someone had designed it to be something
Absolutely.
different.
If you're telling a story, or if you're writing a book, or selling a movie based on an experience you had, and you base them on friends, and all your friends happen to be black, or all your friends happen to be white, fuck that. Tell the story.
Yeah.
Don't fucking.
Not
don't
every
fucking
story
change
has
it.
to cover every four quadrants.
Exactly.
Of
Where
the industry.
The mainstream studios are aware.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I love that. Honestly, and we're not obviously solving the world's problems, but I love this conversation. I think this conversation is important.
Well, there's a lot of people that feel this way.
I think so. Yeah. I think.
And I don't know how it is for you boys, but in our neck of the woods, we're at this time where we're afraid to say anything. God forbid if you don't think Get Out is the greatest movie ever made, because you're going to get deemed racist.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it Code Kimmel on this.
But it is, and so. No, but what I love is
it is a good movie.
It is.
It is a good movie.
But I think Nope was a better film, and I get credit.
And you should be able to have those gross criticisms and those ideas. And I honestly like for two films that probably didn't set out to
need to be compared.
A massive conversation.
Yeah.
This is a great conversation about that. And honestly, I think this has been kind of more of a platform about how we're ready for more films that don't have to appear and pander to so many masses.
Right.
And
It's been done.
It's been done.
It's been done.
And we enjoy the films that do take a swing and give us opportunity to have this conversation and have a great think piece about this.
Yeah.
Yes. Those are the films that we love, and I love that we are unanimously really in agreement that a film doesn't have to hit all those tropes, have to be that. It can be on the surface maybe silly or whatever.
Sure.
But it's
Absolutely.
enjoyable, and it
Yeah.
has
There's a resonance.
fired resonance in conversation.
If you
about
want
it.
to make a movie where you have a political point, that's one thing.
Yeah.
Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is all about racial tension.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a phenomenal
But not everybody
movie.
might get that.
Yeah.
Some people might see it as just like a typical drama.
Right.
Absolutely.
Possibly.
These
But it's
people
gonna be,
are
but,
not getting
you've
along
got,
now. They are
you got
getting
a white
along.
girl, you got a black guy in a time when that was just unheard of.
Yeah.
People are going to have to I doubt they will miss the subtext
Yeah.
of that. But they're going to embrace it, and they're going to see this is a really good movie that's going into all that.
Yeah.
And there are movies that do that, but it's a good story.
Yeah.
It's the story first.
And look, lads, I am honestly, I'm so happy and honored to be able to have this good conversation with.
Well,
you.
we're very smart
same
people.
here.
Thanks for having
honestly,
us.
like,
This
You're
is
giving
one
us
of the
too much
most
credit,
deep.
Marc.
This is the deepest podcast we've ever.
Well, there has been a lot of truth serum.
I know, right?
We are
today.
very drunk.
Yeah.
We've been drinking all day, so
Yeah.
there you go.
But
But it's
I love it. I do. I respect your guys' opinions.
Yeah.
I really do, and I like your perspectives, and it's very aligned with what like Chris and I and the ways that we approach film.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we get along so well.
I think so.
Things like that.
Yeah.
And I'm honored that we've had an opportunity to go and have this conversation, and yeah, whatever. We get to unpack these films, but then also talk about the things that trouble us and kind of bother us a lot about what's happening.
That's right. You let it out. It's catharsis.
It is, and I need it.
Very cathartic.
Honestly, I need it, and it's been
absolutely. We need it back.
Yeah.
Where we are too. It's going crazy over there.
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. More so for us, I think, because we have to go back to the other side of the border and deal with that horse shit.
But it because we're a bit removed and we're on the other side of the border. We get to connect with you all, and we love the four of you. We have many people in the States we love, but especially the four of you is like, you know what? We love these guys. They absolutely understand the things that are crazy happening in the world, but also we know that they're beautiful, amazing, and intelligent and fun individuals. We have deep friends on that side of the border. And that is, it's like, you know what? Whatever we see, whatever we're exposed to on our side, we know that there are intelligent and awesome individuals.
Who are fighting the good fight on the other side.
Of
course. But that's what I don't know if I said this earlier or off air. I don't remember. We've been recording a while. But that's the thing.
Only about 3 hours or so.
3 hours and 15 minutes almost.
Aside all the media, aside all the bullshit, aside all the grandstanding that's going on, it's just America is full of people that are just trying to live.
Of course.
That's it.
We may not all have the same beliefs. I have my friends back home in Bridgewater. We don't agree on anything politically, but we get together all the time.
And still good people,
we have
like people you love.
Time.
Because
our friendship
Yes.
is far more important than what we think about the world. And we discuss it, we get both sides of it, and we don't try to change each other's minds.
No,
we just have our say, and they're like, all right, pass the booze.
But like you said, catharsis, right?
Because what are you going to do? I don't want to lose my friends over how I feel about something that I can't control.
Right.
We have different points of views on gun control and things like that. But you know what? We still get together every week, every other week. We have a great time, and there's a lot of that going on in the country, our country right now. You just don't hear about it.
No,
you don't see it, and you're never going to see it.
No,
you won't see it.
Beautifully said, Mark. It is not. It isn't celebrated enough.
Yeah,
that there is good conversation happening there. And we've had a good converation.
Yeah.
And
wow,
shit.
Damn.
Yeah. Honestly,
this got deep.
Yeah,
it got deep. I'm going to shut up the rest of the night.
No. Let Tristan go on.
No. And I think that we've honestly, I could have this conversation all day long.
Yeah.
And we're going to continue this when this is stopped recording.
Yeah.
We're going to watch more films. And we're
are.
going to enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
More.
We still have a half a day tomorrow together. So,
we have a lot to do. And honestly, I couldn't ask for anything more, but selfishly, I do want one more thing.
What do you want to ask?
Really? What would you like?
Well, I even feel selfish asking for this because you've given so much.
Oh, but please, go ahead.
Go on.
If you don't mind, if it's okay. Go get your fucking Shinebox.
Oh, Jesus!
Fucking son of a...
Damn it!
Garden path every time.
Every fucking buck. Keep him here. Keep him here. I'll be back. Keep him here.
Nice. Thank you for everybody out there for listening. If you've made it this far, thank you all you day walkers and night stalkers out there. Please check out our the hub of our universe, which is www.3gdpodcast.com. That's www.3gdpodcast.com. And as Marc would normally say, that's where you can find all of our past episodes there, along with one-click buttons, where if you're not already a subscriber, please hit one of those buttons to the podcast platform of your choice, and you will never miss an upcoming episode. Also, while you're there at the website, there is a spot where you can easily rate and review the show. A 5-star rating and a review go a long way.
Booyah!
to help keep our little show a bit further forward from the rest of the podcasting pack, except for the Get Your Shinebox boys. We don't want to be any further ahead from them because they are freaking awesome.
Oh, we're happy for a tie.
A tie would be awesome. And most importantly, it makes it easier for others to find us while they're searching. Also, we have some social media presences. We can be found at Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, and the audio portion of our show can be found at YouTube every week as well. Please find that at the website if you can. And let's see, what else is there, Mark? Ko-fi page. We have a Ko-fi page where if you like the show, and we really hope you like the show, you might want to help us out by making a small donation of any size. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated because, as we say, podcasting is not cheap.
It's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
No.
Cheap.
Are you
chicken? Cheap.
Like you're just a little chicken.
And with that being said, I just want to thank everybody out there for listening. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for checking out this episode. We had a ball with Chris and Tristan of the Get Your Shinebox podcast. They are two awesome guys. We are very proud to be friends of theirs, and it means so much for us to be up here in your great country, enjoying the Canadian hospitality, checking out a couple of baseball games with you boys.
We love you guys.
Yeah, same here, man. It's been a blast. I love that everybody indulged me because this was my idea from a while ago. And we all got together. Long story short, we all got together last year at the New York Comic-Con, and we said we wanted to hang out again together. And this time we decided to maybe make it a little easier on the Ham brothers here by meeting halfway a little bit. So,
but San Diego 2026.
Yeah, but next year we're playing at San Diego.
It's out there.
Yeah,
it's out there now.
Yeah. So check that out when that actually happens. So that's pretty much it. If the Dark Lord's willing, the creek don't rise, and nobody pushes that little red button, we will be doing this all again next week. And again, thank you everybody out there for listening. And back to you, Mark.
Thank you, Brien. Thank you, Tristan. Thank you, Christopher. And thank you, everybody out there for listening. Please tune in next. Oh, very quickly, I want to give a shout out to my wife, Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah.
We love you, Sarah.
This collaboration possible.
Amazing.
I don't use the term hero every day, but she is a hero.
She really is.
You know, she really is. She's long story short, she's been going through a lot right now. She's fine, no problem. A lot of things have.
But congratulations.
A lot of problems have rectified. She got a new job. The kid, we're all doing good, knock on wood. But there was some trouble.
We're fine here. We're all fine.
We're all
How are
fine.
you?
Yeah, she did. She was able to get us this amazing hotel. She had the
She does
Disney
good work
points.
mostly.
She made it so we could all room together. They mostly come out at night, mostly. So just a shout out to my wife, Sarah. You are the greatest. I love you. We all love you. We're all fine here now. Please tune in to the Get Your Shinebox podcast. It is fucking amazing. They do the best movies. They got the best nostalgic insights and everything.
They have great conversation.
Insights on parenting. You know, they really mix it up. It's awesome.
They actually acknowledge their kids, unlike us on our show.
We're done with our
We
kids.
escape our kids.
But when you're done listening to them, come over, tune into our show. We always have fun going on. We got Halloween coming up. It's going to be great. So until next time, for 3 geeky dads or 2 geeky dads and 2 Shinebox boys, however you want to work this, I am Mark.
I'm Brien.
I'm Chris.
I'm Tristan.
Saying good night. Keep watching the skies because that's the Uranus you want to see, not the one below.
Nice.
Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all. Oh, good job, boys. Tristan, you need more in your glass. I want to hear it. Take some of mine.
Hello. Okay, hot take. John Goodman should have got an Academy Award for, at least some more recognition for his role in Matinee.
Oh yeah, I love Matinee.
Joe Dante, filmmaker whose movies I have all loved. with the exception of Looney Tunes Back in Action, but that was not his fault. That was the studio interference.
When you're handed a turd, you just got to polish that. Like that shit sandwich is
Well,
just
what
like...
he wanted to originally do was make a kind of a biopic of Chuck Jones.
My God, how much better would that have been?
They were like, no.
For real.
Because Space Jam was still a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Jam
So
it up
it
your
was
ass.
like-
That's terrible.
No, we
Space
need the
Jam it up
Looney
your
Tunes.
ass.
Exactly.
So I do not fault him for
Can
that.
you hear it
I don't
okay?
count him for that.
Yeah.
Does it sound all right?
Oh,
Brian,
it's so
this is
good.
fantastic.
All right.
Why
We're
does
good to go.
Tristan, we need to invest.
Holy fuck! This is
Yeah.
a good system.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
So this is the we used
stand clear of the doors.
We used the
for
Roadcaster
Vardaman
Pro.
Tengassi.
I bought this thing in 2019. 2000.
No, it
or
was earlier
2020.
than that.
No, because we only started in 2018. I think I bought it during the pandemic.
Well, I love the flux capacitor.
Yeah.
Did you?
It's really the
Did you really?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I did.
Yeah, good mics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty top choice.
Good
Wow.
job.
I
That's
thought
nice.
you had a long.
So these black ones, these are only like $25 on Amazon. They sound amazing.
Jesus.
They
Dude,
sound
they do. They got good-
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really nice mics.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna upgrade our system.
No, but tell me what you want to do because I can help to. Like, I want to support that.
I want this.
So
That's
they
what I wanna do.
so because there's only two of you guys,
Yeah.
they make a smaller version with only two mic inputs, and it's half the cost of this one. This is about
Oh, yeah, there you
$600.
go.
That's okay.
That's nothing.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really cheap.
Yeah.
So the smaller one, which is actually better because it offers more features too.
Yeah.
Than this one. This was the first edition that they had put out. They also had the Roadcaster 2, which I would love to get, but I've already invested in this, so I can't.
No.
But
So it's got
I hear
internal storage.
podcasting isn't cheap.
what?
It's got internal
Podcasting
storage.
isn't cheap.
yeah,
I've heard
yeah,
that's
it
why
records
once or
to a,
twice on the show.
That's
regular
why we
SD
have a
card that it
Ko-fi
records
page.
onto. And it's
I
got
hope we
a
hit
micro
that.
SD card in the back that it records onto.
Fucking hell.
And then it's got a USB out that I just plug into my computer and I transfer it over. So
Nice.
basically, this is just a big storage device that I can just transfer the files over, and then I edit it into GarageBand.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Love it.
Hello.
Yeah.
Check.
Everybody sounds good to me.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
It's a good year.
Yeah.
So, how do you want to do this? Do you want to do like just go into it and then each like we did in New York, kind of do
Yeah.
and then play what we play today, and you. Hey, there
Drink
it
till
goes.
it's good.
Drink till it's good.
Oh my God, I've got Scarlett to do that now.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, no, and she'll be like, she loves that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now how old is Scarlett?
Exactly. She's 8.
8.
Oh,
Awesome.
she's ready
Good
to drink.
age.
Oh,
She's
she's
ready.
ready.
Get
She's
her
coming
going.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wine,
Yeah.
water it down a little
I
bit.
miss
with
when
some
my daughter
ginger
was that age.
Those
Yeah.
2 liters of Growers Cooler.
Yeah.
Let's start her there.
Oh, enjoy it.
Yeah,
Enjoy
seriously.
it, Christopher.
On St. Patrick's
For
Day.
one
That's what
day.
we'll set her up.
Yeah, well-
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So how are we doing this?
All right. So do you want to just come in like we usually do?
All right,
and
let's see what I can do.
we're not going to open with a dad joke.
No, obviously.
Yeah, that's Derek's thing.
Just hello and welcome to.
Yeah. Welcome to Three Geeky
All right,
Dads.
I got it.
Special edition?
Instead of Derek and Tito, we've got.
Oh, we're subbing in.
Chris and Tristan.
All right.
We're subbing in for the
Yeah.
3 Geeky
All right.
Dads.
We tagged in.
All right. I can.
Yeah. You got the Temu version.
I
Yeah.
work this.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So this is the special détente edition of Three Geeky Dads.
Too many
because
fancy
we-
words. Too many
it's,
fancy
it's,
words.
It's a joining of
The Timu to our Keanu. Like just-
exactly.
Yep.
We've got the U.S. podcast meeting the Canadian podcast.
Yeah.
So
Or having a
it's,
summit.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
awesome.
Got your peanut butter and our jelly. No kidding.
It's two great tastes that taste great together.
Right.
Yeah.
See, you should have just said all that now. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Our ketchup chips to your all.
Oh yeah. You know what? I was trying to think before we got together this weekend how you and I started communicating. Was it through one of the Facebook podcast groups? Is that what it was? That you had seen us or something, or I had seen you? I can't remember who reached out to who first.
I reached out to you guys.
Well,
but
100%.
But this honestly,
Yeah.
this is the impetus to like how we could build this build the show. Honestly, at least for me, was that I was listening to you guys.
Yeah.
I went, hey, this is...
And I remember when you brought this, like you were like, hey, look, these guys are great. You should listen to them a little bit more.
Oh, you guys are awesome.
Yeah.
No. Hey, look, we're happy to have.
Can I ask,
how
did you stumble on us? Where did you find us then? Like,
it was on Spotify.
Okay.
So not Apple Podcast. I did leave a review on Apple Podcasts.
Yes,
after I
thank
listened to
you.
a couple of them.
Yeah.
But it was.
I hear podcasting isn't cheap.
No, podcasting is not cheap.
Yeah.
That's
the
word on the
tell.
street.
Yeah.
No, it's a liquor. It's a liquor bills are really quite.
Dude, there is liquor and there's equipment. I have a problem.
Sure.
Like we always make fun of Derek with his voodoo problem with like collecting movies that he never watches.
Sure.
I collect microphones.
Yeah,
I do. I really do.
These are great. These microphones
It's a good
are awesome.
problem.
Yeah, and like I said, there's only like
$25.
$25, man.
That's
they sound
ridiculous.
awesome.
They do.
But they become like our travel mics. You
Sure.
know? So
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
It. What was the question again? Sorry.
How did you? Why do you
hate
discover us?
black people?
Yeah.
I think it was the question.
Oh, God.
Are we recording still? Because I hope we're catching all this.
we are
Finally, we're going to get to the root of this.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
It was so
I'm
much
curious.
fucking.
I'm just asking. No kidding. You're Sicilian. Is that the thing?
Essentially.
Yeah.
An eggplant.
He is an eggplant.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
In disarray, there. Oh, if you give me a black cherry, I'll fuck you up.
I'll be the same way. I'm not a fan of black cherry either.
Yeah.
Not my flavor.
I like
That's
cherry.
it. Good man.
I'll drink any of them, but that
You're
one.
a good lad. Yeah.
You got to pee on them now.
That's it. Yeah. Please just make it pee. Anyway.
No promises.